Welcome to ADlib&&D, where a group of amateur role-playing enthusiasts run a weekly D&D 5e game with a twist. The viewing public can vote on a large group of random concepts before the episode takes place. Once tallied, the DM will select 5 of the 10 most popular and tailor the episode of the game against the chosen ideas. Anything can happen and no episode will be the same. You can find where to vote on the Filthy Pig Discord server or just the vote button down below. So, what happened last week? So the party caught up with one of the northern tribes here by the name of the Ragged Tooth tribe, and they spent the night in their encampment. And when they were there, they were informed by the witch doctor of the tribe, Alensi, that what their leader, one Usiss, had been missing for the last month or so, and she indicated to Wabani where he was most likely to be found, and they were hoping that they could bring him back, or if he had perished, at least bring back the sword he carried, which was a symbol of unity for the tribe. So they ventured north, keeping warm through clever uses of magic, and came across a wandering herd of mammoths that they thought could be helpful to their cause. So they engaged with said mammoths, trying to talk with them, but the mammoths were not as friendly as hoped, and a battle ensued. But a couple of the mammoths died, the rest ran away, except for one which has been knocked unconscious. And this is where we find the group now, standing over the unconscious form of the mammoth before it wakes up. So I'll switch it over to the rest of the party, and you can go run with that.
Well, the mammoth's asleep for about a minute. What you've got to do?
I've got an idea. I could turn into a mammoth and try talking to the mammoth to mammoth. That might help get the message across.
Shall we hide out of sight for this mammoth to mammoth interaction?
I don't know. Maybe it might help even if you stick around. And it might go badly, and then we might need to bring in the pig guns, take him out again quickly.
Well, this mammoth has very low health. I could put it to sleep with a sleep spell, so it shouldn't be too hard to take out if it does turn. But they were retreating.
Yeah, I think for just a single one, we shouldn't have any trouble. But yeah,
don't turn into another bull, because that would be bad.
Oh, we killed the bull.
Yeah, I was going to turn into a bull. It was slightly bigger than the one we killed, and with slightly longer and slightly curlier tusks.
Wait a minute. You can make yourself bigger?
I can become a mammoth.
Since when?
I'd like to pick up bits of knowledge here and there.
You're shitting me. Why don't you become a mammoth and carry all of us at the start? Why the hell are we walking?
That's your first thought? You want me to... I pick up this wonderful new piece of magic, and it's all just what can I do? How about I carry you?
Well, not just me, but everybody. I mean, don't you feel how bloody difficult it is walking in the snow?
I mean, to be fair, we are carrying Bendy. Isn't that similar?
Exactly.
Well, look, truth be told, I'm not adverse to the idea, but the problem is I can only do it for a brief spell at a time.
So you wouldn't be the best mount because you wouldn't stick around?
That's about it, yeah.
I don't know, Riki, can you do something to make it more permanent? So, make him like a mammoth for the entire day? That would be good.
That's good for me.
Can I get everyone to make a perception check, please?
Uh-oh.
13.
I just rolled a 17, but I don't know where it went.
25.
Let's try that again.
10.
Okay. Wabani, you notice that the mammoth is beginning to stir.
Heal it.
Okay.
Let it run away.
Look, Jason's going to cast polymorph.
No, Wabani notices.
Do I say or don't I say?
You said we had a minute, Azrael.
We have exactly 1 minute. I'm not counting. I put it to sleep so you could try and sway the mammoth.
Guys, the mammoth is stirring, by the way. It's looking like it might wake up.
Okay, well, it's now or never then.
It's go time.
Well, let's see how your mammoth speak is now.
So Jace casts polymorph, and he's going to turn into a mammoth.
Do you still have the other spell running?
Talk with animals? Yes, I do, and it's not concentration.
Okay.
I run to hide behind a snowdrift.
Does anyone else do anything? Okay, fair enough. So the mammoth gets up and looks around, and still seeing the people who had knocked it unconscious, attempts to run away in a random direction.
Let's let it go.
So Jace is sort of standing right next to him. He stamps his feet and says, "You will hold, young one."
Okay. Make a intimidation check.
"13.
Just one moment. It sees you stamp its feet. It looks at you and doesn't recognize you at all. It trumpets in fear and goes, "I don't know who you are. I must find my pack." And she starts to turn and run off.
Jace stamps his feet again and says, "You want your pack? Look around! You see your pack. They lie in the snow because they were foolish and did not listen.
Oh.
Will you be foolish too?"
It's so dark.
Oh.
Make. She is starting to move away now, so make another intimidation check with disadvantage this time.
16.
Okay. So she is not listening to you. She is bolting to... I'm going to choose a random direction. She is bolting to the northwest. So she keeps going to the northwest. Are you intending to follow?
Jace lets out this angry trumpet, but he doesn't follow.
Do you guys do anything to stop her?
I'm hiding in the snowdrift.
I'm not going to do anything to stop her. I don't particularly know what I would do with an animal that I couldn't fit into a tiny home.
Yeah. Azrael doesn't even keep Druck out most of the time, so he doesn't really want to pet mammoth.
I mean, most of my companions, I would have conversations with them, and they opt to stay with me. I don't really coerce them into staying.
Okay, so the mammoth runs off, and that it's there for a little while, obviously, because it's such a big creature and there's hardly any features to this tundra. But you just wander it. It seems to be running off and trumpeting from time to time, looking distressed.
Okay. Jace does a sad wah 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 using his trunk.
She rolled really well with her checks. I must say, I'm sorry.
Did she roll so well that you resurrect her family?
No, not that well.
Darn it.
There wasn't a natural 20 religion check.
Very unfortunate.
Okay, so you're now somewhere in the northern west. You were following Wabani's lead as to looking for, I believe, a hill with a tree on it, correct? Which is one of the symbols for where you're supposed to be heading to get to the cave where Alensi indicated.
Is that a unique figure in these parts? A hill with a tree on it?
It's I was nodding along to everything that Alensi was saying, making like I knew exactly what she was talking about. but I have no idea.
Okay.
No, I know.
God, we're following a
I
blind
rolled
man.
a survival of 22
I think
or
you're rolling
something
really
like
well.
this.
Good survival, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, can I get you to roll another survival just to make sure you get your bearings after that? And get it. You can roll it with advantage because it wasn't too long, but it was like, I mean, Jace turned into a mammoth just in front of your eyes, and there's at least 2 dead mammoth carcasses here, so it's been a bit distracting.
23.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're pretty confident of the direction you guys need to head.
I know everything looks white, but you learn to see the different colors of white. And so, like, if you look over there, don't step in that part there because you'll sink down to, it'll be deeper than your waist. So, and for you, Riki, I mean, we would lose you and we would never find you if you stepped in that drift.
Off, so there's off-white,
bad.
beige, bone.
And I'm pretty sure there's no black-skinned elves in those drifts. So if you step in there, I'm pretty sure you won't turn into a black-skinned elf.
But if you dig down deep enough into one, you might find the opening to a cave entrance.
Okay, so Jace is going to be a mammoth for the next hour, and he's feeling nice and warm and pretty strong. He sort of kneels down, sort of makes a bit of a step using the bend of his foreleg, and he gives a meaningful trumpet to the group.
A meaningful trumpet, as opposed to a non-meaningful trumpet. Azrael jumps on, sees you kneel down, doesn't want to walk all wet from diving in and out of the snow.
Azrael, I mean, are you not a gentleman?
Azrael's not a gentleman. No.
Isn't it a southern custom to be helping people up? I mean, these guys are smaller than you.
Well, if you help them step up, then I can pull them up on
I'm
top
not
of the
getting on,
mammoth.
Jace. That's just rude.
Jace, I just shared the mammoth stats. You've got those now?
Thank you. I've got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Azrael cuddles into Jace and says, "But it's so warm. It's so cold out here." And gestures to pull up May and helps May on, and then gestures if Riki wants a hand up as well.
Okay,
Always.
so
Always.
what's going on? Is everyone piling onto Jace now?
From Wabani.
So what's going on? How are we directing Jace here?
Well, Barney's walking, so I guess Jace is just going to follow him.
Yep.
Okay.
Barney could hop on a tusk.
So Jace is following Wabani. Is that the plan?
Unless Barney decides to hop up.
But can you? I mean, can I ride on your trunk? You strong enough?
Jace
I don't know if
shakes
you
his
can
head.
answer that, but
Jace doesn't want Barney riding on his truck. Doesn't sound very fun.
I mean, those tusks. Imagine I might be able to straddle them. I try to climb up onto his tusk.
Do you allow it?
How does it feel?
Does it feel?
If it bothers
Slightly uncomfortable.
yeah.
You
If you
shake
can
your massive head.
yeah.
Do you know those moments when you've had a lovely lunch and you get a wedge of lettuce or something stuck between your teeth? It's kind of that same feeling.
So uncomfortable.
Jace gives an angry trumpet and he shakes his head gently at first.
All right, fine. I'll walk. I mean, I know where to step. You should be okay. You got them big padded feet. You should be. Well, you'll sink through some stuff, but you'll be fine. No, let's go this way.
Okay, so Jace.
You currently don't understand what he's saying, by the way,
Don't I? Why not?
because you're a mammoth and you have an intelligence of 3 and no languages.
Oh yeah, that's right. When you polymorph, you're an idiot.
You lose
like a
language
druid.
skills when you're
Yep,
polymorph, do you?
you're an animal.
Unless you're a druid. Wild
Yeah,
shape.
that's. Forgot about that.
So he won't even be able to sing.
He certainly won't be able to sing.
Can he dance?
Does his hair shine or sparkle?
Can he do a baby elephant walk to music?
Do 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 do.
That's it. Because May could strike that up on her instrument of choice and see what happens. That's what I would do.
So you currently have, you think they're your friends. You're not quite sure, but there are some people on your back. So what are your thoughts?
That if the bald one doesn't stop messing with my tusk, it's going to get gored.
Oh, I don't know. I can't speak to you as a small animal because you're not a small animal, but I say very, very loudly and slowly, we are your very small, misshapen children. Please do not crush us. Go that way.
So what you hear is wah 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 wah.
Can I summon Druck and like gesture it to communicate just to follow the bald man? They can apparently communicate simple ideas.
Oh, would you know that currently Jace has an intelligence of 3?
I don't think I'd even know that Druck can communicate. I think you could probably. I'd probably think it was just to me because I think Azrael has a very big idea of self-importance. Probably doesn't think he could do it to others.
I take a look into. Oh, I guess it would be animal handling, not insight.
It would be animal handling, yeah. Although, I mean, you can. Is it proficient? Do you have animal handling proficiency?
No.
Okay, so it'll be +5, so 18.
Yeah.
So that's.
So
I mean, that's not a bad roll.
I look into Jason's eyes to see if he understands what we're wanting. And if he doesn't, then I'll try to grab his tusk and lead him by his tusk.
I feel like I should still be able to understand. I can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech, but it doesn't mean to say I can't understand.
3 is pretty low intelligence.
The mammoth has no languages, so it doesn't understand any languages.
Sure.
So you see someone that you recognize as possibly someone you've seen before, although it's a bit odd, and he seems to be encouraging you to go in a particular direction with there's some of his creatures on your back.
I'll follow.
Is Riki still wearing her green clothes?
Under many layers of other clothes.
Okay. So she doesn't look like lettuce anymore.
I'd be a very small snack-sized lettuce with lots of crunchy bits. No, that would be very bad.
Yeah, don't be a snack in front of the mammoth. Jesus.
She's still looking like the Michelin Man.
I have to say, I did just have a mental image of Mammoth Jesus.
Mammoth Jesus.
Okay.
Come on, Jason. This way. Come on, fella. Hey, fella, come here, fella. I give him a scratch on the big ear.
It is extremely comfortable. That scratch. Your back leg starts to thump.
Oh,
I'm gonna call you Thumper. Come on, Thumper. Let's go.
Not
Thumper.
Stampy. Could I please call him Stampy?
All right, Stampy. Come on, boy. Let's go, Stampy. That's a good boy, Stampy.
It's a really obtuse. You're getting the Simpsons reference, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
The
so
people
over
on the
the
mammoth
next
can
hour,
rest.
you make as best as you can travel towards the direction that Wabani believes, and for your diligence, you do catch the hill with the specific tree that Alancy was speaking about, and that's just as Jace morphs back into himself, and was it May, Azrael, and Riki collapse on top of him? Is that what happens?
Hey, get off!
So how
Yes.
tall is a mammoth? A mammoth is a huge beast.
Oh no.
All right. And how heavy does everyone weigh?
But it's snow. They fall into the snow. Oh, they're crushing Stampy.
Crushing Stampy. So May is she's got 111 pounds worth, and that's not her weight.
Azrael's 311 pounds altogether. Actually, why is Azrael so big? He wouldn't be that big. Alright then. Be like,
So The next thing you realize, Chase, as the level of consciousness that you're accustomed to, but comes back to you, and the first thing you find yourself is face down in the snow, with May, Azrael, and Riki squishing you down. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you come to, and you have these strange lucid dreams of being a mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is it's a good thing it's not mating season.
Oh my god.
That's a party trick you won't be trying again for a while.
Does seem that way.
Would have got to fight smaller male mammoths since he made himself big.
But maybe we should. You see, this tree's a good tree. The branches are strong. We could take some of them and make some snowshoes, because, like, man, it's still a pretty hefty trek, and you don't want to fall through the snow.
Oh, you guys can have a short rest as well if you want, and spend
Please.
some healing surges.
Yeah,
Yes.
May definitely need that. Not for the healing surge, just for her warlock abilities to come back. She didn't get freaking hit.
Okay, Jason's going to do the Song of Rest during the short rest. And
So is that
Bunny,
just
if there's some
A d6 for
Healing
everybody,
kits
or is
for-
it just 1d6 that we all get to use?
1d6 for anyone who spends a healing surge.
Okay, I totally want one.
And I think we've rolled in the past that it stacks with your healer's ability if you would be so kind.
Oh yeah, I'll use a healing kit on anybody who needs it.
I use that Song of Rest, I instantly get, I only took 2 damage altogether.
Oh man,
Trout.
that sucks. A 1. Jesus.
Hey, good news! I've got a fireball back.
Whew!
Oh,
May's got a big whack back. Odd staggering smite hits hard.
Okay, so Jace, you or Stampy needed a healing kit.
so who wants the song? Me to put the Song of Rest on them?
Oh, I already did. I rolled a d6.
Yeah, I
myself.
did the same.
Is there a modifier that we should have been aware of?
No, not for Song of Rest.
Exciting news. I'm a bit dopey with the fine, incredibly finer rules of D&D, but I just realized I can cast Fireball at level 4.
At a higher level.
Oh,
Oh god.
What does that mean, Riki? Is that a good thing?
More fire.
More fire.
More
That should
fire.
be good.
It's just a parrot right back. It means a more fiery fireball.
You see that hill over there? What happens if you shoot that hill with it? Can I see?
No. You can see with your mind. Close your eyes and I'll paint you a picture.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else need the band-aid?
Azrael's good and May didn't get hit once by the mammoths.
Nope, me neither.
So you're good?
Yeah,
I think so.
What is it? There is.
You saying something with Bunny? I'm not sure.
No, I thought there was something clericy that I could do to recover a spell slot. I think I need to be
don't
higher
think so.
cleric
Not off a
level.
cleric. I mean,
Yeah.
you get your channel divinities back,
Right, you get the channel divinities back. That's right.
but that
Alrighty.
should be automatic.
No worries. Good.
Okay, so can I get everyone to make a nature check, please?
– 18.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh, 22.
Hey, I get a 7. When does this exhaustion thing let up, man? It sucks.
So
We gotta
both,
make you some snowshoes, Riki.
I think,
Oh man, I mean 2 weeks running, this is getting a bit old.
Okay, so everyone except for Riku, he's still exhausted from the days working in these frigid conditions. You notice up ahead that there seems to be some clouds, some dark clouds to the north, and they certainly look like they would be snowstorm. A snowstorm may be coming.
Hut. I can make a hut. Who wants a hut?
A hut. Are we going to do a hut near this tree?
Hut.
It's about lunchtime at the moment, and that snowstorm is quite far away. It can be a little bit deceptive at how far you can see, but it is probably about 30 or 40 miles away, or maybe even more.
Well, you know, it doesn't take me that long to summon my hut. So let's just keep going, and we'll summon the hut when it gets closer. We'll be right.
Sounds good.
Where are we going from this tree?
North.
Back south, apparently.
Back south.
Did somebody take notes? Find the tree, then, or did we just go, okay, tree?
No. Alensi gave us good directions, so we just got to find. We're going to find the ravine with the cave where Usiss. Usiss. Thank you, Don Drew.
Susie,
Usiss might be there.
Ability to communicate with the divine is quite unreal.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
So, you know, if we find a magic cave, that would be good.
That would also be good.
Let's push on and look for the cave.
Yeah, it's magic. Yep. That's right.
Oh, but it might have space in it for a hut.
Oh, for sure. This particular cave. Yep. All good.
So what happens if I try and cast the hut in a cave that's not big enough for the hut?
You
I don't
never
know. We should
tried,
try.
but you suspect it'll probably fail.
Oh, that's just disappointing. The hut doesn't just shrink.
You should try it anyways.
But you can always do
Yeah.
it just outside the front of the cave.
Maybe
Okay,
if you focus your arcanic energies,
I will do that. Let's find the cave.
it's this way. Are you sure you don't want to take a bit longer to make some snowshoes? Because, I mean, you're gonna get even more exhausted.
Snowshoes help?
Yeah, of course. You don't sink in the snow then. I don't know about you guys, but it's tiring having to walk through snow up to your knees all the damn time.
Yeah, but it's good for the glutes. My core is looking fabulous.
My jaw has never been so defined under all these clothes.
That's right. I can just feel it.
Well, I mean-
feel it.
We used to make these objects out of snow, make a bunch of these snowballs, and we put them together to make a snowman. I mean, we could just probably, with all that clothing, just roll you, Riki.
I am small.
The problem is, how do you stop her?
And the other problem is, poor little Bindi inside her little house, inside my little backpack. She would just be rattling around in there. She would get very pissed off, and then you'd end up with extra squirrel poo on your hair in the middle of the night for a very long time. I don't recommend that.
Well, wasn't we at that? You remember back at the inn in Modano, the Peddler's Leisure, that fella there. Oh God, what was his name again? Helix was telling a story about his squirrel that he had in a cage, and he had this little ball thing, and it would just run. I mean, she should be happy, right?
I just give you a very, very long look.
I'd just shrug.
And then I just go, good luck with that. Enjoy the
All right.
poo.
Well, I
I
mean, if you
suspect
wanna
you
walk
might
on
wake
the
up with a squirrel wheel in an interesting location.
I'm not going to touch Bindi. I know better than that now.
This is a small, highly intelligent, armored squirrel. I don't know that I would be. I mean, you could ask her. You could certainly
Armored
ask her if she
squirrel.
wanted it.
Yeah, no, that's quite all right.
Oh, I don't know. She might like it. I don't know, you could just ask her, I suppose. She's got enough individual
I tell
volition.
Bindi the idea of rolling Riki down the hill if she's into it.
There's a little teeny hand just sticks out with a middle finger extended, and you decide that it's not such a good idea.
Aha. Thanks, Ricky. Now I'm in shit with Bindi.
No. Bendy's too busy just snuggling up inside her tiny house, inside the backpack, trying desperately to stay warm. Poor little Bendy. Just give her some extra roasted nuts. She'll forgive you. She's pretty. Gnomes are fairly unsubtle people, so Bendy's learnt to be fairly forgiving over the years.
Well, we got to go this way, anyways.
Yes. So, do we get an extra pair of snowshoes? Bendy, who's possessing Riki, is in on the action.
That's right.
Kill all humans, by the way. She's still possessing Bendy, but no one knows it. Oops, did I say that out loud? Goodness gracious me.
Oh, the things I could have fun with that.
All right.
Okay. So you head out and continue on your way. Can I get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
With triple, with the advantage and then an additional roll on top of that, due to your magical tricks.
Natural 20 on one of those rolls.
Booyah. Same.
She only gets one. But she get an advantage because of the clothing.
You can heat up more than one set of clothing, so yeah, she can roll with advantage as well.
I think I hit +2 instead of
20 for me
advantage.
as well.
Hang on.
Oh, I didn't hit advantage, but yeah. So 20 plus 3 with an advantage.
Oh, you guys are kicking it in. You're starting to get used to the cold weather, and the extra magical help has prevented you from suffering any of the fatigue that you have felt when you first started here. So it doesn't take you long, but or takes you most of the afternoon. The sun's is gone past the horizon, or not horizon, but you can no longer see it because that cloud formation that you noticed earlier is slowly getting closer, and the sun is behind the clouds now. At the rate that this snowstorm is moving, you would expect to hit in the next hour or two, probably just on dusk. So you do reach a large ravine. Now this ravine is not particularly wide. It's probably only about 80 to 100 feet wide in most locations. It's quite deep, probably 100 to 100 feet deep, but it is extremely long. It seems to run in a east-west fashion in general, for as far as the eye can see.
Well, this is the place. We got to go down into that.
You look down there, and it's quite dark because the sun can't penetrate in the depths. But there is, with people with some of the dark vision, can see that it seems to be plain rock. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of trees or undergrowth there.
It's a very well groomed. It's a groomed ravine.
No snow?
There could be snow at the bottom. It's a bit harder to see. You think you catch a reflection of some of the small bits of snowdrift here and there.
I love hearing Australians talk about snow.
Hey, we've got it.
Some of us
of snow.
Some of us have lived in Europe while it's been snowing.
Yeah, it could be deep snow down there, guys. But that's the ravine. There's a cave down there.
So who wants to try and find a path down that way? It's quite steep currently.
I have never been here myself, so anyways, I understand terrain a little bit better than you guys, so I guess I'll go first.
And you know all about snow.
This is true.
You can make a survival check to see the best path down. Bear Grylls style. Okay, so you see a narrow ledge path sort of system of probably about 100 feet to your east. That's almost like a mountain goat trail more than anything else, and it would probably be your best method of getting down there without the use of rope. but you're not sure from your vantage point here whether it gets all the way to the base.
This way, let's go down. This is it, I'm sure. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
As you get up to the this goat path and start heading downwards, with that survival skill, you do notice that there seems to be some footprints here that are like, it's not just there's goat prints, but there's also human footprints. So it has seen traffic with probably the Northern Waste tribes on occasion, which is a good sign.
Would not footprints in the snow indicate very recent
Well,
traffic?
there is no snow on this path. There's snow where you are, but some of the snow in this area is not actually on the path. It's a bit slopey, so it tends to fall away and land near the base. And I'm sure I'm getting how snow behaves on cliff edges completely wrong, but that's how I'm running it.
Go talk to Miss Smiller. Miss Smiller will set you right.
It's magic.
It's magic. This is magic snow.
Magic ravine.
Okay, so can I get everyone to make a dexterity check to see how well you navigate down this path?
Dexterity check.
Since I'm in my witch doctor regalia, does that mean I get advantage?
No. Well, you can actually use acrobatics, so I thought you could probably do that.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that.
So just if you haven't, if you need to add the proficiency mod for it, you can.
17 for me.
14 for me and 22 for Azrael.
Sorry, did you say it was acrobatic skill?
Oh,
Acrobatics or dexterity. So, I mean, if you've rolled, then just add your... Are you proficient in acrobatics, Jace?
No. So it's half proficiency, same as what I applied, so that's fine.
Yep, okay. Okay, so you make your way down, and it's a bit slippery. There's a bit of loose stone, but you manage to catch yourself without any problems. At one point, Jace steps on a bit of loose rock that he didn't notice was loose at the time, and loses his footing and starts to fall. Now, I would assume Jace would probably be next to Wabani and one other person, so you can attempt to try and catch him before he loses his footing and tumbles completely down. So can I get Wabani to make a dexterity check to see if you can catch him?
That's a 19.
Okay, so you quick off the mark, Wabani, and catch him on the shoulder. Just
Wait,
as it looks
no,
like he's...
no. I catch him by the arms, but I just at the last moment, so that his ass hits the ground to teach him a lesson.
Hey, what lesson is this?
I didn't say that out loud. Ooh, you're lucky I was there, Jace. Or Stampy. You almost bit it there.
Thanks, Wabani. It's slippery here.
Indeed. You got to take those steps carefully.
Okay, so you continue to progress down this pathway, and after another probably 200 feet and dropping down about 30 feet as you do, it comes to a point where there doesn't seem to be an easy way down. Now, looking down over it, it seems to be probably about 70 feet down.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I sure am glad that I've got that climber's kit and grappling hook inside your magic pouch there, Jace, Stampy, Steve. Damn it.
Okay, so Jace fishes some stuff out of his backpack. Out of the bag of holding.
So how are you planning to get down there, guys? Looks like Wabani wants to climb down with his climber's kit. It'll take him a little while to put on.
Well, I think what I didn't really think of was anybody got what do you call those big nail things?
Pitons.
Yeah, those things. We could use some of those. Anybody bring some of those? Because
That's part of a climber's kit.
I knew that. I was just testing. See, look, it's right here.
So we could hammer them into the rock and make an anchor point and just lower ourselves down the road.
The hammer's part of the climbing kit as well.
How far is it?
It's about 70 feet currently.
Oh, so I can't go halfway and then go another 30 feet and then jump 10 feet?
Well, if you go climb down to the bottom of that 50-foot rope and then, misty step yourself the rest of the way, or we could just use 2 ropes.
I have a second rope if that's what we need.
Jace has 2 ropes by the look of things.
I only got this silk rope, which is not ideal for this. We need a stronger hemp rope. So
the silk ropes, according to the books, got the same strength as the hemp rope. It's just lighter.
I don't know who tells you that kind of information. No. Slippery as hell in the cold.
But snow is soft, right? We could just fall.
Surely.
There's no snow here. It's rocks. I don't know for sure if there's snow down there. I lied. If there's rocks, they would hurt if we fall into it. If there's snow, it'd be great.
Throw one of us down. You'll find out pretty fast.
Well, can't your creature fly down there and take a peek?
My creature?
Well, I mean, I don't know about any other creatures that can fly.
Summons truck while they get their things out and lets him go. Gives him a bit of have a look down there.
Okay, so is Druck exploring by himself?
Yes, but within 100 or so feet, just doing a quick up and back.
So what is he looking for?
If
there's any paths that we can take that are within 100 feet area, any easier ways down, or if there's anything down there to worry about.
Okay, and what were you going to say, Ricky?
Will Snillock's snowball swarm result in a soft layer of snow?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. It could certainly work its way towards doing that, yes.
I cast a snowball swarm.
Snowball swarm? Not on my dragon.
No, I say, get out of the way, little dragon, and I cast a snowball swarm.
So, before you do...
Swiftly... Sorry, yes, DM.
Make an Arcana check to work out how much of the snow you would need.
Oh, that's a 9. I've got a +8. That's a happy number, right? I would just pulverize it. Who cares? The more, the better. I add extra snow. It'll provide some cushioning, but you're not sure what kind of drop it will provide cushioning for. So it could be 70 feet, it could be more, it could be less. But you know what? It might reduce the damage should one of us fumble foot it all the way to the bottom.
That's right. I mean, for yourself, you could probably do that and then benign transposition down and then misty step down and fall the last 10 feet and you should be okay. You're pretty confident of that.
Bang! That's what I do. I've done that. I'm at the bottom.
I jump and then misty step when you're about to hit the bottom.
What the hell just happened?
Ninja magic.
Okay,
do you want me to describe it for you?
Oh, I mean, Riki just did a bunch of amazing stuff that just came out of nowhere. Jesus.
It didn't come up. It's like a combination of her magical abilities. She sneaks off to the edge.
She didn't help us at all. She could have took the rope and...
if I take the rope and jump through space, wouldn't the rope cease to be helpful?
We're not actually having the conversation, though, because you're down at the bottom, though.
Yeah,
I'm talking to the other guys. I'm just like, damn. Well, that sucks for us.
It's always about you. It's always about you. So Riki sneaks to the edge, looks over, sees that, some cushioning would be handy for everyone because I'm groupful, helpful person. Sneaks to the edge, casts Snillock Snowball Swarm, gets a nice layer of splatty goodness at the bottom, and then leaps down using benign transposition, boop, and then misty step, boop, and she's at the bottom going, hey guys, it's cold down here, but it's soft.
As
Come
she
down.
gets to the bottom, I've got her backpack with Bindi in it, and I'm pointing at the backpack with Bindi, and I'm like, Riki?
Riki would never let go of her backpack. Stop making stuff up. You might as well do the Indiana Jones. I took her hat and now she has to come back for it.
Oh, yeah.
So now you
Of
have
course.
you have Riki at the base of this ravine.
Sure hope there
What else are you guys can do? So it was Druck going for a look around.
Yeah, Drac will go for a quick look around.
I wonder if I
can
should have
get
told her
Druck-
this is the ravine of boulets.
Jace is going to take a whiz off the edge.
Oh my god.
Not the yellow snow.
Don't worry, it'll freeze before it gets to the bottom.
You really should have done that when you were in mammoth form. It would have been
Oh,
far more devastating.
I've got one more spell slot.
Fire hoses come to mind. Anyway, can you get Druck to make a perception check, please?
Hey, I've just come up with a really convoluted way to combat the next time that Riki casts an out-of-control fireball.
So 12 altogether.
So, did you see me share that information about Pseudo Dragon with you, Deception?
Yes, I've got that on my my bottom bar.
Okay, can you roll the check? So if you have a look at there, you should be able to click on the check against wisdom.
Oh,
So you're not rolling with your perception, you're rolling with his.
well, that's what I was doing. That was his perception.
Oh, was it?
But
oh,
pseudo
okay.
dragons get advantage on perception skills that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
Okay, well, there we go. So 12. So I'll take your first roll then.
Yeah, sorry, and it's +3 automatically for perception as well.
Yeah.
Whisper channel?
No, it's not needed. So Druck has a quick look around, and there are some shelvings lower down, probably about 30 or 40 feet down, where you could progressively make your way down and then head down a little bit further. There isn't a path per se exactly where you are, but the shelving that's probably about 40 feet below you, there is a path leading off from that the rest of the way down to the base of the ravine.
Other question, if I was just to jump and then Misty Step when I was 30 feet, would I take damage from that? Or does Misty Step...
Yes.
No! Perfect acceleration.
The momentum is sustained, so you would take 40 feet worth of damage.
Oh my god. Alright, good to know. Thank you.
That's okay.
Yeah, so I tell Wabani and Jace that there's a bit of shelving over there. Probably use the bit of rope in that area and climb down a bit easier.
Cool. So we just need one rope then.
Yeah, I can always use Mage Hand as well to rope and bring it down off like one of the pittons that we anchor it to.
Okay, so although I bought this stuff, I've never actually used it before, so we need someone to go down wearing this device here, and then you hold the rope when we get down, and then the others can climb down. I think that's the way we go.
Device, is it?
The harness.
Yeah, so Jace has his own harness, which is far more stylish than yours.
He just happens to have a harness.
Well, no, he bought the climber's kit.
Oh, okay.
You have harnesses. Azra's just climbing down.
All right, so you're just making a straight climb. You're not using rope.
No, I'd use the rope to climb down. I assume they're using pittons and climb down the rope on that, then use Mage Hand to move it down to the next pitton.
Who's putting the pittons into the wall?
I was thinking
Jace
we would
will.
just use the... Shouldn't we just use this grappling hook, Jace? Wouldn't this work?
I mean, do we have a suitable anchor point around here? Where are we at?
Those
Make a
rocks?
perception check.
28.
It takes a little bit, but Wabani spots, with that natural 20, you spot an outcropping of rock a little bit up the way you came, where you could probably attach the rope quite handily.
And then we could just, give it a good flick and dislodge it, and then, we don't lose a rope.
Oh, Azrael was offering to use Mage Hand.
Can he go that from where he's at? How far does that work?
He can
Can
only
we
go
reach up
30
here?
feet. He can only go 30 feet.
Is the shelf less than 30 feet away?
Then we can't get our rope down.
Okay, well that's okay. We'll just give it a flick. You want to go first, Jace?
Okay, sure. So,
Or no, I guess Azrael's got to go first. But what about
Who-
May? Maybe we
Whoever
should send
goes
May
first,
first.
they have to make an athletics check to climb down the rope. Don't worry, the DC is not that hard. You're
I'm
using
good at
rope.
athletics. I am not.
All right, I'll go first.
so do we get advantage because of the special boot tips and gloves that we've got as part of the climber's kit as well?
If
And the
you've
rope?
got a climber's kit on, you can roll with advantage.
Okay,
All right,
super.
I'll go down. Are you going to go first, Jace?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right.
What
Hold
was
up,
it?
Razor.
Acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
14.
Okay, so there is a bit of a nervous moment at one point, but the boots hold you there, and you get down to the shelving that Druck had noticed earlier, and you can see there is a path leading down. Probably about it ends on the ravine floor, probably about 50 to 60 feet away from where Riki is currently.
Okay. I'll hang around here until the others come down.
Just a quick check, DM. Your call. I don't know, but I created climber's kit in my inventory or my skill tab. Gave myself proficiency with it. So, is it advantage or is it just you get proficiency when you're climbing because you've got the kit?
I'm just going to go with it's athletics to climb in general, and I was just assuming with advantage if you have this climber's kit.
Cool.
I haven't looked at it in detail. I could,
All right, you're next, Ezreal.
but we'll go with that for now.
So it's just a 10-foot drop. Yeah? Can I
There's
jump
no
that?
drop. The rope.
Oh, to the
No,
shelf.
it's from where you are to the shelf is probably about 20 to 30 feet.
Alright, that's where he uses the rope. Oh, this is gonna suck.
I push him off.
Sucked less than I thought. 9.
Okay, so you start making your way down, and you don't have a climber's kit, do you?
Nope.
Okay, so your foot, you're probably about 15 feet down, and your foot slips, and you try to grab on with your hands, but the rope starts to burn in your hands, and you fall the last 15 feet and land next to Jace, taking 1 point of damage. So you land on your ass, which is very cushioned.
Very
I look at
good.
I look at May and I look back at Azrael and I say to May, "Don't do that."
May will put out her hand to a Barney and ask if he wants an easier way down.
What would be the easier way down?
They cast fly on him and herself
You can fly?
at 4th
Bloody
level.
hell, May! Why didn't you say that in the first place?
She just gets excited because you always ask Dotto for wings. And just gives you the wings that you've always wanted.
Okay, cool.
And then jumps off flying down to the bottom.
And then I dislodge the grappling hook and I fly down to where Jace is and I just toss him the rest of the rope. Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Oh.
Chase shakes his fist at Barney as he flies off.
I don't fly away. I just fly away from the ledge and kind of snicker. Okay, I'll help.
Okay, so you both glide all the way down to the bottom, and then next to Riki, I assume.
Yeah,
That was
well,
really
May would
cool.
go down with Riki.
High five!
Lasts for 10 minutes as well, so you can fly for 10 minutes.
I'm going to fly for 10 minutes. I'm going to be up high.
Okay.
Does he know when the 10 minutes is over? Or
Oh,
is
he wouldn't know
does it
it's
just
10
like
minutes.
happen really
Maybe explain
randomly? And it just suddenly disappears in the middle of like 50 feet up.
Does he know how long it's supposed to last?
I don't know.
May wouldn't have told him.
And
May.
okay, so make all right. So how high would you be going?
Not very high because he's just so
Don't fly too
just
close to the
wants
sun.
to be.
Don't
That's
fly
right.
too close to the
He
sun.
wants to A, not fly too close to the sun, and B, be close to Riki, who is fabulous at the bottom of the ravine in the snow that she's created. At the moment she's lying down creating her own snow angel out of her own Snillock's snowball swarm results. She's just
Did percentile. I'm 50 feet up.
Okay. So everyone, I would assume Jace and Azrael get down to the floor while Wabani's doing this.
Yeah.
Jess suddenly trudges down.
Azrael is also upset about this.
Do you retrieve the grappling hook?
Yeah, I totally would retrieve it.
Okay.
I wouldn't leave it.
Okay, so you retrieve that. Okay, so after about 10 minutes, does May say anything, or she just continues to watch Wabani have fun?
She just watched him having fun, giggling. Because she's playing a trick. She gave him what he wants, but it's a bit of a trick.
Okay, so you're soaring through the air doing loop-de-loops and such, Wabani, and then you feel that lightness, being lighter than air, suddenly fade away, and you feel gravity take its place again, and you start plummeting 50 feet down to the ground. Now, being a monk, you have some sort of level of decay, so you can prevent 20 hit points worth.
Yep. So 5d6?
Yep.
Oh, you're doing it.
Really, really low rolls. So you land with grace and don't even have any
stylishly.
Superhero landing.
Not the 3-point landing, because that's just too silly. I fall, I do a somersault, and I land, flat-footed, and I raise my hands in the sky, and I say, "How about that, Jace?" Or Stampy, or
when you just raise your arms in the air and just go, Donnaroo!
Ah, man, I should have. You're right, Riki. Oh, she's gonna be pissed.
No, just Riki's lying there on the ground in the middle of her snow angel with both fists in the air, going Donnaroo!
I sure hope she, when I pray tomorrow, that she grants me my spells. That might have really pissed her off.
It says only Taliesin can actually give you wings, Wabani. Taliesin can help you.
I look at her, staring at her for a long, long moment, and I wonder if she's telling me the truth. I'll insight check her.
She's technically not lying, because Taliesin just gave you wings then.
15. I guess, yeah, you're right. Well, no, Donnaroo will, she live forever.
She lived forever.
I bow my head and I just keep walking down the ravine after Riki.
Okay, so you guys are going to go in search of the cave now?
Yep.
The cave.
Right. Make another survival check, please, Wabani.
I was searching for the cave when I was flying. It wasn't just goofing around.
Okay, make a survival check while you've been flying.
Not with advantage? Damn it. Okay.
Well, it could be with disadvantage because you're so far away.
23.
Booyah!
All right.
Yeah, booyah.
You look around, and once you reach the bottom of the ravine, you go in search of the cave that Lency mentioned. Following her instructions, it takes a little while, but you eventually see a likely opening nearby. Now, this opening looks to be probably about, what would I say? It's probably about 10 feet high at some points. It's about 6 feet high, actually.
And I'm like, do I see it way before everybody else does?
You do, yes. Well, I guess I'm assuming you're leading the pack.
Yep. And I'll be like, as soon as I even have the slightest hint, I'll be like, there it is right there, guys. See, I told you, no problems, found it.
You also notice some dark markings in front of the cave.
What does that mean?
Just don't step in it.
Like, as in dark markings on the wall, or dark markings as in something's burnt and has been on fire and it's a horrible, horrible trap that we should look after? Dark markings.
Maybe they're duck markings.
Oh yeah, like a whole
markings.
flock of ducks, like approximately 52 and 5 juvenile ducklings have defecated themselves in front of the cave.
That's exactly
not that.
But have to know
Southerners.
your ducks really well in this game.
Well,
Are
you
Are the
could be
ducks
right.
all lined up?
They could be snow ducks.
Oh, God.
Only when the party's particularly well prepared.
I think I'm going to go crackers. The dark markings I'm talking about. There's a trail of dark sort of. It's hard to say from where you are. If you get closer, you'd have a better understanding what it is. But there seems to be a dark trail leading into the cave.
See you on the flip side, kids.
I think nothing of it. I point out to them and it's like, well, let's go.
Okay. But as you get closer, it can I
Actually,
get,
you know what? You said that it's really dark in the ravine?
it
I
is
can't see
fairly dark.
shit.
Ah, okay. Well, you wouldn't notice it then.
You're unaware
not-
that ducks have passed this way.
Yeah, totally not. I light a torch.
Okay. So with the help of a torch, you can tell that you're pretty confident there's a blood trail leading into the cave.
Who holds your torch, Wabani? Who holds your torch?
Is that a trick question, Mickey? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Donaroo?
Donaru holds your torch. Well done, Tick.
Do you let go of the torch and watch it and see if it floats?
No. I know Donaroo. She wouldn't do such a thing.
Just be careful of the duck.
Or little white rabbits with teeth.
Do you have a duck on your head?
What are you talking
Thank
about?
you. I'm glad somebody got it.
He would be doomed if that was the case.
Over my head. I missed it.
Fast
So-
reference.
I was thinking Duck of Doom
Munchkin.
from Munchkin.
Oh, it's so many places potentially. Anyway, there's ducks,
Anyway.
there's a cave, there's dark markings, but Wabani's oblivious.
Yes.
He's wandering into the maw of certain doom.
With my torch.
So you see, know that moment in Star Wars, in Empire Strikes Back, where they've parked the Millennium Falcon in the gullet of the creature in the
Yeah.
asteroid.
Yeah.
All right, keep that in your mind.
Wait a minute, I don't like that description.
Is that what happened to all the ducks?
That's right.
God.
You know, there's a story I've heard in Wadano when I was sitting at the Filthy Pig, you know, sharing a beer with, oh God, what was his name? He was telling me a story about this other adventuring company. They talked about going to some other plane or something like this, and they thought they were going into a cave, but it turned out to be the ass of some kind of a creature. It was crazy, gross.
That is definitely crazy gross.
That's an Acquisitions Incorporated reference
Okay.
Ah.
to their adventures in Ravenka.
Nice. And by the way, I'd like to backtrack about 2 minutes and say that it was a Terry Pratchett reference with the duck on their head.
Terry Pratchett.
So I have a very, very long and intense love for Terry Pratchett literature.
He's got some
Excellent.
odd
Anyway,
stuff.
back to the game at hand.
The
Yes,
cave at
sorry.
hand.
The cave at hand with the ducks.
The cave itself is not particularly big, running roughly 30 feet deep, 10 feet wide, and 6 feet high at the entrance. There is a gradual tapering off at the back. There is a small rock pit fireplace with an unmoving figure dressed in leathers and furs of the tribespeople you've already seen next to the cold fire pit.
Oh, I didn't realize we were going in right then. I figured we
Well,
would
I'm assuming you got
investigate
close
the
enough.
blood. Okay,
Yeah.
when I'm that far apart, I stop and I slowly backtrack a bit and I turn around and I'm like, there's someone in the cave, guys. And there's lots of blood right here. This is blood. See?
It's a trap.
Could be.
I think if the
That's real.
person in the
This is where
cave
you
was
gotta
still
prove
alive,
yourself.
that the fire probably would be still burning.
Yeah. Your torch is still burning, Barney,
Yes.
so they'll be able to see it.
Well,
When-
then you go in first. This is a good test.
I have a. When did the blood trail start? Was it right at the entrance?
No, back that way a little ways.
Okay, so the person's been bleeding for quite some time before they got to the cave.
Nice stealth in there.
Wait. Let's see. Maybe it's more than one person's blood. Who can tell? Oh, wait, I can tell. 25 medicine check.
It's at least 100 people's blood.
He's
No,
got.
it's one person.
He's got
Shit,
his.
guys.
Wabani has a postgraduate degree in forensic medicine.
Yes. I can
You're
tell
pretty
these things-
confident it's just the one person's blood. And quite a
See-
bit of it too.
You just need to smell it. It's one guy.
It's A positive.
And I give it, I get some on my fingers, I smell it a bit, and I give it a little taste. Definitely humanoid.
Oh man, couldn't you have
No.
just told that from the guy asleep by the fire?
I don't know if he's asleep.
It's a euphemism.
Right.
Rest in peace. He's resting.
Alright, while they're talking, I'm going to sneak into the cave.
Okay. It's not a particularly big cave, so
Yeah.
make a stealth check. With
23.
Okay. You
Oh, what's super
So,
stealth, dude?
everybody
the
sees Azrael
Dead man
sneak
doesn't
in.
notice you.
There's no sort of cover at all apart from the unmoving shape in there. So you see Azrael sort of sneak past and then hide behind the unmoving form. Because that's the only
ultimate
cover in the it's the only cover in the cave.
But on my way in, I use my own cloak as my cover, hoping that it helps.
He holds his finger up to his mouth and goes, "Shh."
It's the ultimate stealth. Alright, so it's just, as you said, one of the tribes members from their thing.
It is. But
Yeah.
make a investigation check briefly, please.
I'm good at that. Oh no, I did terrible though.
You
13.
see something glinting as you hide behind this body. You see something glinting within the folds of his leathers.
I pick it up and have a look at it.
Okay,
I'll put it
so-
back.
sorry, do you pick it up or you put it back?
I pick it up to have a look at it without him waking up, if I can.
Okay. So you ever so slowly make a dexterity check to make sure you don't disturb the person.
Sleight of hand or dex?
Sleight of hand is fine.
Excellent. 23.
So you ever so slowly pluck this object away from the form, and what you pull out glints in the firelight. It is a well-crafted and elegant-looking sword, but on closer inspection, it doesn't. It seems to be made of metals that is not conducive to combat. It seems to be made of gold with some jewels, rubies and emeralds and the like, around the hilt and pommel. You suspect this is a dress sword only.
It's the sword they were talking about. Alright, Azrael puts the sword back and then walks out to tell them that it's definitely the guy from... Oh, do I do another sleight of hand check, or that'll be sufficient to put it back as well?
That should be sufficient.
Yeah, alright. Azrael, again, just quietly, it's not hidden sneaking. Just sneaking, like, being... tells them that it's definitely the tribe member and he does the ceremonial sword. And it definitely isn't for combat, so I put it back because I think the man would be a bit taken aback by that. But, well, Barney, would you like to approach this man since you dealt with the elders of his tribe?
No. I think this is a job for Riki.
Chase is getting frustrated with this. He just waltzes in and says, "Hail the cave! Greetings and well met."
Hail the cave.
So Jace's loud proclamation bounces back at him quite quickly. Hail the cave! Hail the. The form does not move.
Okay, Jace goes up and sort of touches him to sort of feel for warmth in the skin.
He's ice cold.
Yeah, he's dead as a doornail, folks.
A quick question: are his eyes ice blue?
Burn the body.
Make an investigation check.
Wait a minute, I stole from a dead man and then put his weapon back.
You also hid behind a dead man.
I hid by the dead man. I'm fine with that.
Jace gives him a pat down, see if there's anything of value on him, and as he's doing it, he's also looking for his sort of ostensible purpose of doing it is also look for a death wound to find out what he died of.
Okay, so you can make a medicine check to find that out. Riki, you feel some cold little sensations on the back of your neck and on your head. There seems little light touches of coolness before they disappear.
Yeah, something very strange is happening here. I would suggest that either there's a weather change imminent or something strange is going on here supernaturally.
You look around
cool.
and you see that it's snowing. Starting to snow.
Weather changes. There we go. My first suspicion was right. Always, when you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras. That's what my dad always told me. Good on him. So light little touches on the neck. It is snowing. Okay, so does that mean that the weather, the inclement weather, is imminent?
It certainly seems that way. So
Can I cast my hut within the cave, or do I need to cast it out in the ravine?
The hut is a bit too small to fit within the cave, but you could cast it immediately outside.
And we've established that the poor reclining person within the cave is passed on?
It certainly seems that way, Jace. With a medicine check of 13, you can see that he has some grievous wounds to his chest, where you think the killing blow occurred. A lot of blood was lost in that area by sort of a sharp implement, almost serrated, so not a fine strike that a sword would do. So it was sort of rougher than that.
So Jace also has a forensic medicine qualification. Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, well.
What a squad.
Lots of skills.
I know, we're like forensic medicine team. That's really cool. All right, it's like
anything of value
CSI D&D. Were there any fingerprints?
There's fingerprints on him.
Did he write a last message in his own blood, fingering the gun?
Oh my lord.
It was the duck, the fifth duck.
So you also notice that there are some of the wounds where he tried to patch himself up unsuccessfully.
Oh, he didn't study medicine.
I come in
Rookie
to take a look at the body, and is he dead, Jace?
Yes, yeah. You remember when I yelled at the doornail a few minutes back?
He's the same temperature as the floor. He's probably dead.
At that
What
point,
Ricky said.
I look long at the body. Does he have any markings on him that might indicate it's from the ragged tooth?
Other than the sword.
Make an
His
investigation
ragged-
check.
Ragged teeth.
So, speaking of investigation checks, did I find anything of value on him when I was searching him before?
You find some rations, and he's wearing a loose set of hide armor that is heavily padded for this sort of climate. No valuables outside of those things. So he was wearing things to move quickly and scavenge as he could. But no weapon. But he's got a small hand axe there as well, and a wooden form that you guess would be a shield.
Okay.
I start
you said you had
taking his
rations?
clothes off, and after I remove all his clothes and his gear, I grab him by the foot and start dragging him outside.
Okay.
Azrael picks up the sword and hands it to Jace to put in the bag.
Jace does that. And, I'm sorry, he had rations on him, is that right?
Yeah, he had about 10 days worth of rations.
Okay, who forgot to pack rations? Was it you, Azrael?
I have rations.
Riki has a cloak that provides you rations per day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just have to throw good breeze at you.
Ah, okay, yeah, I forgot all about that. That's awesome.
It's a game.
If you've been nice to Riki, you get a good berry.
Like sing a song or do a dance. That'd do as well. Or perhaps
There you
make a friendly snow angel alongside mine.
Oh, well, yeah, Jason
He's
sing a
pretty
song.
flexible.
It takes you 10 minutes to summon your little hut, doesn't it? So Jason will
Yeah.
sing some songs of Taliesin.
Oh, that's delightful. You'll get extra good breeze for that.
Extra good berries.
Warning, too many good berries may cause diarrhea.
It actually takes 1 minute to do it, but unless she's casting it as a ritual.
It is a ritual.
Okay, so 11 minutes.
It's 11.
It's the length of the actual spell plus 10 minutes for a ritual.
Okay. It's like incredibly
check to give-
specific. 11 minutes. Do you think anybody in those ages had a watch that said 11 minutes?
Riki, roll a persuasion check to negotiate the casting time down.
She does.
No. It's
We're looking
11.
at 20 minutes.
It's 11-ish minutes.
And 30 seconds.
Which is roughly the time that it would take for I don't know, Cinders to wander off into the bushes, do a poop, and then come back. That's how we can tell 11-ish minutes.
11 siege.
Okay, so-
she needs more fibre in her diet.
Is anyone else? Is anyone else doing anything at the moment?
It's the cleaning that takes the time.
I'm dragging the corpses far away from the cave. If there's any bushes in the ravine, I'm dragging them to the bushes.
What?
Wait, what?
What? You're just gonna take the corpse out and chuck it into the bushes?
Naked corpse.
Naked corpse.
Yeah.
You stripped it of its clothing and threw it. Oh,
I stop as
dear.
I'm dragging out the body and I turn back to Riki. Riki, remember, this is not the south. This is how it's done in the north.
I look straight. You look you in the eyes, and I go, "I am judging you."
That's quite all right. I've been judging since I got to the south, and you just give up after a while.
Good. I
keep
needed you to
walking.
know that. That's all.
It's okay. I'm happy with that. I've been judged all my life.
Oh, low blow.
That's a pretty rough one.
I think even Donaroo is judging you now.
No, just don't prop it up in an amusing
to be a
pose and set
scion,
it on
I
fire,
mean-
and that's fine.
Your God's got to judge you, and I hear that as that's barbaric.
Do you start stripping him down?
No,
making
I
sure
totally
you're finding
stripped.
the right.
I took all his clothes off, so he's naked as a jaybird, and I grab him by the ankle and I drag him out to find some bushes in a ravine.
Okay, make a strength check. See how well you do that, because bodies are heavy.
I want to know why jaybirds are more naked than any other bird.
12,
Because they choose to be.
slightly better than average.
So Wabani slowly drags this body out, extremely slowly, but
Ugh.
he does.
Damn, this is heavy. Sure could use some help. Oh.
Azrael will help him.
Thanks, man.
Why?
Because he's going to burn the body when Ravani throws it to the side, because he's not going to leave a corpse out in the cold.
Did you just-
Okay, so with both of you help, you manage to drag it out. How far are you dragging it out?
Until I find a bush. How far is the nearest bush?
You look around. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of any foliage. At this point, there's piles of rocks, but the
Is there
trees.
a good pile of rocks that's at least 150 feet away from the entrance that we could dump the body behind?
You probably could find one after about 20 minutes or so.
Okay. We do that.
It's starting to snow quite a bit heavier now.
This is good. This is good for the corpse.
So
Thanks for that,
it's
Azrael.
about 6 o'clock in the evening while you're doing this. Can I get both of you to make another con saving throw, please? Actually,
Is it-
Wabani gets to roll one with advantage because
Oh,
you're
just,
out
it's
at
just
night
regular?
while it's snowing.
Okay.
You can roll with advantage. Azrael gets to roll with triple advantage.
Jason's inside the hut.
Well, the hut
Yeah.
hasn't appeared yet, but you're more sheltered.
10.
He gets triple
Okay.
and I only get advantage?
Well, because he's using his special
I
spell.
know.
Oh, right. The
I'm
prestidigitation.
gimmicky warming
Yeah.
myself up,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay. It won't matter too much because you're about to have a sleep anyway, but you both suffer a level of exhaustion.
They cast bonfire on where we left the corpse, just so it'll left out to the elements.
You cast bonfire on the corpse
As we walk away, yeah.
Don't you need fuel?
Nope.
So you cast it on the corpse, and I'm looking at you. I mean, like I push Azrael down. What are you doing? You're desecrating the boy. This is fine in the south, not up here. And I push him to the ground, and I start shoveling snow onto the corpse.
That doesn't matter. It still stays. It's a magic fire.
Can I get you to make a concentration check, though, please, Azrael?
Yeah. How do I do that?
Just roll a con saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
As he pushes you, you lose your balance. You weren't expecting him to push you, and you fall to the ground, and you lose concentration on the spell, and the fire sputters out.
It's not cool. Really not cool, Azrael. That's not Dodgy Brothers kind of stuff. You want to do that in the south? Do that in the south. I'll even help. Up in the north, not cool.
What do you mean up in the north?
I look around where we're at, and I'm like, we're in the north.
This man's dead, though. He's not part of the north anymore. And then I
This
light
is
him
what
on
we-
fire, and then I use Misty Step to teleport away.
And then I use gust of the wind to put the fire out.
Can you do that to my magic fire?
I don't know.
Gust of the
It's
wind.
Up to the DM what he wants to let work.
You fan the flames and they burn hotter.
It's snowing, but I mean, it's a magic fire. But I want to know if you could put my fire out now.
Okay, make an Arcana check, please, Wabani, to see whether you can actually put it out. Or actually, no, just make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yeah, because you use wisdom for your strength of your.
Oh, right, because you put exhaustion on.
You're exhausted.
Right.
So you try to put it out with the gusts, but the cold is actually starting to get to you this far north, and all it does, it seems to encourage the flames further.
Doesn't put it out, it makes them stronger.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Azrael!
I sit my ass down.
What? Something stinks. Are you burning something
It's
over there?
150 feet away. There's no way you can smell it.
We're more. I think we're farther than that because it was 20 minutes. You can walk quite a ways.
Oh, yeah. It was 20 minutes we were walking for.
In
Yeah.
snow with snowshoes.
Ugh.
Well, it's pretty snow-free. I mean, it's starting to snow up a bit now with the storm coming through, but most of it doesn't get down here.
So
Into
I
the
sit
deep-
down by the burning corpse and I start crying.
Oh, sad.
Stay 30 feet away and be like, are you coming back? It's getting dark.
Why
Can't
are you?
see."
Why are you crying? What deep childhood trauma is this bringing up for you, Wabani?
Oh,
you're
you're not
there,
there
Ricky?
at the moment, Riki.
I do not answer Azrael.
Could I perhaps be the voice of Donaru? Meta gaming hat is on right now. I need to take it off. Apologies.
So, do you do anything, Azrael?
I turn
See this-
invisible, and then I walk up.
Wait, you turn invisible?
Yeah, I turn invisible and walk
Okay, the
towards
fire goes out.
him. Yeah, that's fine.
I burn a spell slot here.
That's not a spell slot. That's
No,
one of my traits.
my gust of the wind.
We're about to go to sleep.
And I won't throw an encounter at you. No, of course not.
Sure you will. Why not? It's your prerogative. Happy for it. So yeah, I when Azrael calls out, I just don't answer. I stay there, and I have these deep racking sobs. My shoulders are shaking. My head's bowed low. Every once in a while, I both fists strike the ground.
See the
And
fire go out.
I look up, and every once in a while, I look up into the sky, and I'm like, "Por qué?"
Okay. Alright, as I go invisible, the fire goes out and walk off. Like, why can't the corpse be burnt? Why should we not send this man off? Not let his body be desecrated by the animals of the wild.
And I don't look around as my head's still bowed low, and I'm looking at the charred remains, and I'm like, customs are customs. When I'm in the south, although sometimes I act in ignorance, I still respect the customs.
But he wasn't part of your tribe. How do you know that both tribes have exactly the same customs?
Because we're of the north. It is a way of the northern peoples.
So their tribe would cut out the tongue of the losing tribe also?
What are you talking about?
Their leader lost his tongue, didn't he?
He was
That's a little bit
He
barbaric.
was the witch doctor of the tribe. He
The
lost
witch
in the
doctors
battle.
lose their tongue? That's the rule?
No, that's not the rule. I have no idea why that happened. It's a
The cutting
strange thing.
So living without being able to talk rather than
I have
burning
no
a body.
idea why that happened. Clearly there's something shitty going on with that.
Well, it was your tribe that he spoke of, right? The Wild Fury tribe? Obviously it was
Yeah,
before
but
your time.
this is not something that people do. Why one of the hunters did this, I have no idea. To be honest, I don't know if I want to ask the hunter why.
You left your tribe because you're a bit isolated, so...
Well, they treated me like shit, just like Riki was treating me like shit.
Treating you like shit?
I'm not here, so I can't comment. Donnaroo says Riki was acting in love.
Don't you have people when you were young, if they looked different from the rest, were they treated the same? What if I look at you, then I look around, do I see you now? Are you still
No,
invisible?
I'm invisible. I'm invisible
And I
for
was
an
like,
hour, dude. I'm not coming out.
Come
What
on,
if one of your
Wabani,
people didn't have a tail?
You need
Or
a second
their
chip to
horns?
balance out that chip on your shoulder, Wabani.
You definitely, Azrael, where you lived, you definitely would have noticed people treating you differently since you are a tiefling. They would have treated you with suspicion.
Yeah. And Azrael never cared about that anyway.
So all my life I wasn't accepted. So I know the customs, but I was never part of any of that.
So why'd you in on the
was
customs?
Cutting someone's tongue out, that's not a custom. That seems, I don't know, seems like vengeance or revenge or something. I don't know. Probably more to that story. Anyways, the point that I was getting at is customs are customs. You know, I tried to take a body out to the bush when I was in the south, and Riki corrected my behavior. Well, it
The
wasn't
bush
really
is here
body.
either. This is just a ravine.
Well, it's you give back what you take. Nature will take
What would nature
in one
take
fashion
from-
or another.
Do you know of animals that live in these rocky ravines that will possibly take this?
Maybe a boulet.
So now you've provided a nice meal of roast pork.
Yes. Old lawn pig.
That's really not cool. I get up at that point.
That was out
And
of
I tur-
character,
I-
obviously.
I turn around
Jesus.
and I walk back to the cave.
Alright, I'll walk back as well. Still invisible. You'll see footprints.
I don't talk to the footprints.
Okay, so you guys get back, and it's at this point that Riki creates her dome just outside the cave. So, what did you want to do? Is everyone bedding down for the night?
Yeah. In a total funk too. I don't socialize at all. I take my corner of the hut.
It's not that big.
I use my bedroll to create like a little barrier.
How do you find a corner of a hemispherical hut?
Yeah, I'd like
You
to see
just do. You use your bedroll, and I kind of create a little isolation wall, and you kind of tuck it up a bit.
Roll for
Okay.
corner.
Well, we'll have to show you geometry and the fact that there's no corners on a circle.
I clearly understand that. I'm guessing you guys are not hearing me, but anyways, that's fine.
I am. I'm just having fun. Okay. So the night goes by uneventful. When is anyone standing watch, or are you all having a long sleep?
I think we should set a watch, but we are going to have a long rest.
In the hut.
Leave Druck on top of the dome. Tell him to come in and wake me up if anything's nearby.
It's
That
snow.
works well.
It's snow colored. Really, it just looks like a bigger pile of snow.
Well, we'll be fine.
Because it's cold outside and I like my little pseudo dragon.
So you want your dragon out in the cold in the middle of the night?
Yeah, no.
While it's
I
snowing?
decided against that. Literally just
Oh,
As
dragsicle.
as I was thinking about it, like, that's a terrible idea.
Would he freeze before he started flying, or would he just like smash into something and just tinkle away into lots of little bits?
As you step out of the dome, he'd fall and just smash into many little bits, obviously.
Oh, that would be sad.
That'd be a shame. But Azrael just cuddles up to his dragon at nighttime.
Oh.
Dragon pillow. Soft and squishy.
He's got like the fly wings that are just like delicate filigree that in the cold they start to flake and fall.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, so I think this is probably a good moment to go on our break with everyone bedding down for the night, and we'll pick up in about 10 minutes. You are listening to ADlib&D. Now let's get back to the adventure. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for the short rest, for us to sort of recharge and continue on with the adventure. So over the night, there is no disturbances that people who are having a watch notice. However, at one point, you notice that the snowfall sort of builds up a little bit on the hut, probably about 1 inch high or so. And a little bit later in the night, you hear a noise of a creature off near where the body you guys dragged off, sort of making a small bit of a yelping noise off to in that direction. But by morn, it has gone. So what do you guys want to do? You heard that over the night. I'm assuming you guys didn't want to go explore at that time, unless you wanted to.
Explore stupid AM.
No, I'm staying within my hut because otherwise it goes away, doesn't it?
Yep.
It does, correct.
Yeah, the nice,
Best.
dry, warm hut.
Best excuse for not being the person to investigate the weird noise ever. No, I can't go out. The hut will disappear.
I pretend I didn't hear it and I continue to.
Plus, I would wake Wabani. needs to rest off so he can fill up that chip on his shoulder a bit more so he can walk straight in a straight line. It's clearly a problem.
Okay, so the dome disappears at about 7 in the morning. There is a light sprinkling of snow, but the sun, you can see up high that it seems to be a clear sky from the level of the amount of sky you can see from where you are deep in the ravine.
Is there snow in the ravine yet?
There is probably about 1 to 2 inches of snow.
So it hasn't turned into anything else?
The snow hasn't, no.
Because being in a ravine when there's lots of... Anyway. Okay. Keep going.
You attune to that sword, Azrael?
Sword, the magic sword. No, it's not a magic sword, I don't think. That was the clan's... what is it? The weapon they used to kind of display their power, so I thought we were going to give it back. That's why I gave it to Jace to put in the bag.
It's not
Well,
magic.
Well, maybe it is. Riki, if I fish up that sword, could you tell us if it's magic?
I can try.
Okay. Make a Arcana check. Oh, actually, hang on. Before you do, it's not clearing. Just one moment. I'm trying to clear your exhaustion so you can actually roll decently.
So we roll well.
Okay. It doesn't automatically clear over a long rest. Alright, go for it. Okay, so you spend a little bit of time with the sword, and you don't sense any sort of magical aura emanating from it. You do examine it closely, though, and you do notice there is a symbol on there that wasn't picked up before. There's an inverted triangle with an eye in it. That's around near the hilt.
Like the eye as in the anatomical part, or the eye as in the letter?
The eye as in EYE, anatomical.
How can I tell that it's an inverted eye?
No, the triangle is inverted.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Thank you.
Maybe it's just shy.
Maybe it's shy.
Oh my god.
I start to cry.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hey, we do get super amounts of XP when we torture the DM, is that right? This is a weapon of great significance. Bear it with honor. And I hand it back.
Okay.
Just don't use it to whack people with. It sucks.
So the eye and the triangle, is it something we've seen before?
Make a history check.
Is it the eye of a tiger?
Rising up to the challenge of the rival?
That's right.
Natural
my.
20.
Booyah!
Okay. You definitely have seen it before. There was almost identical image of that on the wooden boar before it became the Tears of Donaru. I'm trying to think if there was another moment where you saw it. I think outside of that, it's been difficult to see it anywhere else.
Oh man, DM, this is stretching past 6 months. You probably might need to give us a refresher.
So, the Tears of Donaru that Wabani has that originally were secured within a wooden artifact that had Masquin attached to it, if you remember. The imp. That was like the second
that.
episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Carried it for a long day. We had some shenanigans about that.
That's right, yeah. And then Donaru released its true form for Wabani.
Wabani, I think this could be an artifact of Donaru.
No, that symbol had nothing to do with Donaru. I can't tell you what that is. That's not a talisman symbol, is it?
There's an eye in the triangle on the sword that can't fight.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I remember it on the wooden boar, but look, and I hold up my the necklace. That symbol isn't here anymore.
So the necklace shows
know what?
an image of a wave.
Maybe because Donaru was saying that this was trapped within that wooden boar, and that symbol was I think she said it was Cordwood Brown made the damn thing, or something like that. I'm sure it was Cordwood to try to prevent the magic that it has. It was encased in that.
So you think we should smash the sword?
You guys can make a history check because that could be triggering some memories from when Donaru was speaking.
I know it was Cordwood. I'm sure of it.
Oh, another natural 20.
Jesus, Jace.
And,
Why are you so good at history, man?
and
23 and 21. And 10.
Riki just rolled a 15 with +8 makes 23, which means she spends far too long with books and not enough time with actual people.
So both Jace and Riki recall what it is Donaru actually said, and that symbol was related to a elf by the name of Zinte.
Oh, was he the guy that we met
that
back
guy
in the day?
with the dragon and the time travel and the torches and the slaves and the remembering and the
no. Are you
costumes and the
sure?
thing? There's a Shinte guy. That was him.
No, it has to be Cordwin.
No, it's Shinte, the evil guy.
Shit. Yeah, you're right.
He was the guy that gave us the job and sent us home. Is that right?
Oh, so was him.
Well, you shared the same name.
He bad.
Oh,
he
you still
bad.
see him.
He bad.
Yeah,
There was a
wasn't he doing something? Didn't you talk to some slave lady there?
She
Gave
gave
you
me
a
a
gift?
necklace that I still wear to this day, and I clutch it like the most precious set of your most precious grandmother's pearls, because I'm still wearing it, and I clutch it to my chest because it's still very precious to me.
Hmm.
The sword
Right.
may be magic, is what you're saying. Just needs
Well,
a god to
no.
unlock.
Donaru told us that Zinte was trying to block. I mean, he was an ass. He was a real dickhead.
He really was. I mean, there were some mechanical dragons in a dungeon, and we had to. I don't know. It was just
We
bad.
killed one of them.
That was just nuts. That place.
That dragons are still it's still just folklore. Those weren't real dragons. Well, we only saw one.
Define
killed it.
real, really. Was the tent you stayed in last night real?
Yes.
And
Wasn't it?
yet it's gone.
And yet it doesn't actually exist anymore.
Well, it's the same thing with cinders.
I think you're saying that. I get what you're meaning. You're saying that the dragons weren't proper dragons hatched from eggs and grown into by eating goats
Yeah,
and
they weren't
etc.
real.
And
They
they
were-
weren't flapping
they were
around and helping people
constructions.
taking over
Mhm.
kingdoms. No, they were constructs rather than proper dragons. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they didn't come from. Do dragons? They come from eggs, right?
One
don't
would
know.
When a
speculate.
mummy and a daddy
yes.
dragon love each other very much.
I
When a
punch.
mummy and
I
a dragon-
punch Jason.
When a mummy and a
Shut
daddy
up,
dragon
Stampy.
don't eat each other.
Don't eat each other.
May's jokes are funny. Yours are not.
Aw.
May giggles excitedly.
But she also does an interpretive dance alongside hers, so we just can't compete with that. Is she dancing right now? Please tell me she is.
I'm sure she can throw it into chat.
There you go. Does the dance.
Maydeal does the dance. But yeah, Zinte was. So we met him. I don't know if it was our time or in the past or the future. I have no idea. Can't be the future, could it? I mean, this time travel stuff makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
I don't know that you could clearly path somebody into a future time travel zone from a point in the past. That would
But
be
no, but
far
anyways,
too complex.
He, the wooden boar, was meant to trap and prevent the tears. So maybe there's something inside that sword. So maybe smack it on a rock.
Jace has got the sword packed securely away in his bag of holding.
Yeah.
Come on, Jason.
I have a tool in the stream of the space-time continuum. Smack it on a rock.
Hit it on the rock.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that.
No, I think maybe this is not the time for experimenting. Riki is a very brilliant mage, and she's examined it and determined there's nothing magical about it. I think your friends are not going to thank us if we destroy their precious artifact.
Out of character, what else did they remember of Donaru telling us about Zinte?
But it was basically that Zinte had captured the Tears of Donaru and encased it in that wooden boar to use as his own means, basically.
Okay.
There wasn't much to it apart from that. Like he was trying to use the essence of Donaru, probably for his own purposes.
All right, she didn't. I just found it here in my notes. Shit. Well, I don't
useful
trust
to
it.
keep.
I mean, he clearly was trying to hide an artifact of Donnarue's, so that's not good in my book. Did I get all my
Agreed.
spells back? By the way, I should
You
try.
should have done.
I'm gonna try casting
Fog
Sacred
Cloud?
Flame just to make sure that Donnaru wasn't really pissed at me and took away my magic.
As you concentrate, you feel that connection with Donnaru. No, just kidding. Yeah, it comes out.
I'm waiting for the day your magic doesn't work. You were unfaithful to Taliesin.
It's
so-
so,
it's
for
so
one day.
cliche.
That's awesome. That was the best thing ever. Anyway,
Oh, that I let you fly for a day, for like 10 minutes.
right. Anyway, so at least we're okay. I guess we just keep on going now. We've got a ways to go before we reach the long cold.
All you had, did you have to have it out? Unuse it all to make it unlock it all, or?
Oh no! When we recovered the temple that was buried and brought it back to the surface and entered it in its full glory, then the wooden casing fell away and the tears they were revealed. Well, you know what, Jace? Okay, don't smack it on the rock, but give it a good shake. Maybe maybe you'll hear something inside of it.
Jace gives Wabani a suspicious look, and he takes a few steps away, and then slowly pulls the sword out of the bag of holding and gives it a little shake.
How many steps did you take?
Enough.
Did he hear anything when he shook the sword?
Like it's hollow. Like there might be something
Yeah.
rattling around inside it.
Sure.
No.
Like an Easter treat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bite
now you
it. See if it's chocolate.
Yes,
What-
bite it. Give it a
what
bite.
do you hear when you shake a metal sword?
And also, ouch, when you accidentally smack it against your head once.
No, Jace, not your head. The rock.
Let's get moving. Daylight's burning.
Daylight is burning.
Okay. So you cross the ravine fairly easily. How are you going to get back up?
Wait, we found the magic hole. Where are we supposed to go after this?
Oh, can I get the divining rod and have a look where we're supposed to go after this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is
I
there
love how you
anything
guys
else
just
in the
completely
ravine
forget
that?
the main quest.
I didn't
That's-
forget the main quest. I know.
Is there
I've got
anything else in the
divining
ravine that maybe might give us a hint? Like, does it look like the other adventuring party was down in this ravine? There's no.
Somebody's been making mystical snow angels.
When people weren't looking.
And it was just
well, you could spend
only
a bit of time
is
in
only
the
3
ravine.
feet high. I wonder
You
who
could
that
spend a
was.
bit of time in the ravine doing survival checks. You could spend days doing that, trying to find the passage of the other group. But you need to keep in mind that there's been a fresh dusting of snow just last night, so it'd be very difficult to find anything.
I tell the group that's a silly idea.
reasons he's got a rod that points in the direction of the tablet that they have.
So you pull out the rod, and you still get an impression of to the north and east, less east now.
North now that it is east. Once
What
we get
does-
out of this ravine.
Where we're
What
planning
does
to
the
head. Is that right?
What does the tablet look like?
It was vaguely described to you as a piece of stone that would be approximately 2 feet long and 2 feet by 4 foot. Actually, no, sorry, 2 feet by 1 foot, 1 foot in size, and probably about 3 or 4 inches thick.
Okay, and this spell we're using, is that called Find My Tablet?
Yes.
Quite possibly.
Hordwin is really shifty. You see what I mean? You're starting to see my point, right, Ricci?
He's very shifty. I mean, when
Brown
you have to track
Confederation.
down a tablet using Find My Tablet because somebody's moving your tablet around, that is the ultimate in shiftiness.
Well, he did give us a rock before that helped us find his clothes. So
a rock, as in the giant flying bird, because that's pretty cool.
No.
Please, no, you need to revise the history and say it was a massive bird that said, "Caw, caw, his underpants are over there."
Well, no, it wasn't like that at all.
Oh, it's unfortunate. All right, Ricky just
Alaric
keeps
had
on.
a rock, and we found the clothes, and we ate some. No, we didn't eat rat. Alaric ate rat. Oh, Alaric, where's my wineskin?
Oh, toast to Alaric. We pull out the spirits and schnapps and wineskin and whatever and toast him and keep walking.
We blow the day.
Oh dear.
Hut, drinking party.
3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Okay, Azrael, your little dragon was quite useful scouting out a route down the ravine. Perhaps he could help out going up the other side.
Sure.
What are you saying about Cinders?
She's not really good at flying.
No. Cinders is desperately trying to stuff herself into the backpack, into Ricky, into poor little Bindy's house, and Bindy's just pushing her out. So you just have this squirrel tail and back feet hanging out of the backpack constantly. It's really super awkward, and nobody's looking intentionally.
Or she keeps jumping up and down and gives you mental images of her pocket dimension, and you keep refusing to send her there.
That's it. That's exactly what's happening. It's like when you've got pets and it's like 4 p.m. and they're like, dinner! And you're like, no, not dinner.
You open up your swear book and there's new scratches in there.
That's right. And it's actually Cinders in teaching me new language in weasel swear, because that's an actual language, weasel swear. It's an interpretive dance-based foul language. It's fantastic.
Interpretive dance.
Alright, Azrael sends Druck off to have a look.
Okay, make a perception check with Druck, please.
So 13 or... Yeah, 13.
Okay. Druck spends probably the next half an hour or so looking for the best method of getting out of the ravine, and what he can find is there's no one direct path straight up, but there is a section of the ravine where it's probably easier to climb than the other areas. There's no vertical surfaces or overhangs or anything like that.
When that Druck's found a way that we'll have to climb up, so your climber's kit will be very useful.
I did a quick look on climber's kit, by the way, and all it gives you is you can make an anchor point and you can't fall further than 25 feet away from that anchor point.
Yeah, it does say that, but it's all fancy shoes and gloves don't really have anything to do with that, do they?
I'm just saying what it gives you, mechanically speaking.
Yes. Oh no. I get for doing my using my warming clothes ability. Yeah, we're looking at the mechanics of abilities. Alright, so lead everyone to the easiest way up that Druck found.
Okay, so you guys can make a athletics check to climb up the ravine. Whoever wants to climb up, if there's anyone who wants to be teleporting up, not looking at anyone at all, or fly up.
Teleport.
Come on, me.
I mean, honestly,
again?
I hate to say that this could be an abuse of power or the short rest mechanics, but May could probably fly everyone up in short order, considering you only have 10 minutes between short rests.
Okay, May will do that. May will do that.
We love you, May.
She knows. Yeah, she knows that. She knows her abilities.
Yeah.
She would like 50 million good berries to make a delightful good berry-based dessert.
That'll give you the run for a month.
Okay. So May takes everyone up one by one and having short rests after doing the spell.
Well, I mean, she could probably. She doesn't have to
two.
cast it on herself, doesn't
Yeah,
she? So she
two,
can.
two, and then herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes altogether of time doing this.
Yeah,
And probably
so, I mean,
30 minutes, considering May probably wants to get her spell slots back. Or,
Yeah, that's
no.
actually insanely correct. No, DM.
Yeah.
You're right. 30 minutes.
Well, she can cast it twice anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, she needs to refresh. So anyway, yes, 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. She gets her spell slots back, and you're all back up on the ravine. Wow, what a useful spell.
Yeah, what a handy spell.
Yes. Well,
I
thank
think
you, mate.
in 10 minutes, if she cast it on all of us in 10 minutes, we could probably be well on our way.
What, by the time May gets up because she's been helping everyone else?
I thought you were saying that she's casting it on all of us, more or less.
No, over 30
What?
minutes.
She can only
Ah.
cast it on 2 people at once.
And couldn't we all just then, the 3 people who are flying, that carry up the rest?
Well, with sufficient strength checks, yes.
God, I don't want to be dropped.
I think we've got a solution. Let's move on.
I think May finagled it pretty well thanks to Atua's idea.
So I want to see what happens if half the party dies because they get dropped into a ravine at this point in time.
Well, I think it would be Drow, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. That'd be cool. So cool. And yet they would manage the cold weather even worse than the rest of us. Anyway, let's keep going. Nobody drops anybody. Keep going. Go, 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 go.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if you guys are all going Drow, I'll have to set up all the combats in bright daylight.
But magical stuff doesn't matter.
Anti-sunlight goggles that don't make you fail
That's
perception
right.
checks.
We all have those rings that those vampires in those teenage vampire shows have that make them magically immune to sunlight and not to actually have any vampire problems whatsoever, except for being dramatic and gothic and in love with teenagers, which is creepy, but anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Asriel points to mostly north, but a little bit northeast, saying that's the direction of the tablet. Yeah, so are we okay to walk that way?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so you head out north following the dividing rod that has been provided by Azrael. Well, actually, it's been provided by Colwyn Brown, but Azrael is using. Boop. It's as you head as you head north, you find that even beyond the ravine, the trees here are just to the south. They were pretty much close to husks. There were some green leaves from the evergreens, but there's hardly any of them. But to the north here, there's no living trees at all. They're all pretty much stark and dead, and the cold is much more intense.
Why are we here?
So can I get everyone to roll their constitution checks again, please? Not triple advantage, because it is much colder. You only get advantage this time. And Wabani gets rolling with advantage as well.
Con saves?
Con saving throws, yes.
Another natural 20.
God.
I just saw dropped one and went, yo,
Double
thank
5.
you. Thank you very much.
And 22 for May.
Okay, so Riki and Wabani unfortunately suffer from exhaustion.
Oh,
But you just got rid of it. Freaky.
oh, I need a hut.
Another hut, yes.
Another hut. Yeah, I just like the idea of Ricky summoning a hut at one point and Jabba the Hutt is in the middle of it.
Oh dear.
Oh. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so you spend the next few hours trudging north. There are some occasions where Wabani goes, "Oh, you shouldn't go there because of large snowdrifts and such." You're not sure if what he's telling you is correct. Is what Wabani is what you're telling them, correct?
You should. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm telling them the truth, but whether or not they believe me, that's up to them. And if they want to test it,
Why? It's too cold not to trust the Northerner.
Everyone just nods very, very seriously whenever he speaks from now on, because we're just too freaking cold.
Eyes wide and ears perk up a little bit. You're like, oh, some more wisdom of not freezing to death out here. Thank God.
And whenever Wabani stands still for too long, Riki just is standing far too close to him.
So who's taking point in this treacherous journey north?
I take point.
I'll be right behind Wabani with the rod.
So we're just adjusting you on the party sheet. May would be near the front as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be, Jace?
I guess I'll take the rear then. Sort of keep Riki in the middle.
Okay.
It's where she likes to be.
It's almost a symbol of a cross there.
Yep.
Okay, can I get perception checks from Wabani and Azrael, please?
Oh, fudge. 9. That was a 1. I'm cold.
Negative perception. Oh, 9.
All right. The weather is certainly taking the toll on everyone here. And you get to a certain point, and no, it's only Wabani and Azrael. There's nothing happening to the south, Jace.
Oh.
I attempt to believe that Jace also matters.
Okay. So, as we move along, you guys are blissfully unaware as you journey onwards, and then you get to a point in the snow that probably about 15 feet in front of you, the snowdrift seems to move on its own volition. So I'll just put everyone there. And one moment.
But we seen it, or we didn't see that?
Well, you kind of don't. You get probably fairly close before you do notice it. Okay, so you kind of set up like that. Switch the screen over so people can see what's going on. I'll lock the token. Okay, just one moment. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay, so you see a bit of movement to your north and east, Wabani. You got your head down in general, but you do catch a bit of movement just to the northeast. I'll let everyone have one's round's worth of actions before anything progresses.
Fubble.
What, on the party? The only people you can see?
I prepare a fireball.
Ooh.
Well, you'll have to focus on that. And are you unleashing it on something that you notice come out, or?
No. I'll wait.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything with their one action?
Jace is going to take out Talison's tongue, and he's going to play a song to cast Crusader's Mantle.
Sounds pretty glorious.
And as for me, you're just so you said I noticed?
You caught sight of movement.
Would anyone like a hut
About
at this
there.
point?
It's the Ballad of the Brave Knight.
All you do
Ballad
is you
of the
can.
Brave Knight. So how does that one go, Jace?
Brave, brave Sir Robin.
Is it like the chicken dance?
I kind of shakily lift up my hand, pointing to the northwest, and all you hear is.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Did you want to apply the effect of Crusader's Mantle on
Alright.
the people you choose?
Okay, it's everyone in 30 feet, so I'll put it on everyone, but you gotta stay close to me, Jason.
Okay. What about you, Azrael? Do you want to do anything?
Can Azrael just hold a shot when something emerges?
You can ready an action for a shot, yes.
Yeah. Alright, Azrael does
We're doing
that.
shots.
Oh, yes, we are. It'll
What
get rid
what
of the
about May?
cold.
Do you know? I just like the idea of us pitching spirits over the top of baddies and setting them on fire. Would that be acceptable, DM? Molotov cocktail is a traditional form of urban warfare in certain parts of the world.
May had hold her Eldritch Blast for something emerging as well.
Okay. So we've got Eldritch Blast being held and a shot from Azrael. Okay.
Yeah,
That's it?
I'll just use thaumaturgy to basically I guess I'll just thaumaturgy and say,
House, we know you're there.
So as the image of Dwayne Jackson comes out, you all blast him into some... No, just kidding.
Dwayne Johnson? What? The Rock?
No,
No.
Dwayne, his name's Dwayne Jackson.
your buddy,
That's unfortunate.
the pie maker.
Oh, okay.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
$12.
11.
5 for May. Oh my God.
Oh, huzzah.
wow.
Somebody got worse than me.
There's some terrible initiatives.
Okay. That's good. That's great. I mean, yes.
No, stop rolling good initiative.
So you see the movement to the northeast, but actually, wait a minute. So a creature sort of comes out from the snow. It looks like a wolf, but this wolf is sort of desiccated, and it's got pustules, and it's sort of melting away. I've got a picture of a normal snow wolf there, but this was once a wolf, but it looks like an undead corpse of a wolf now. So it comes out of the snow, and the ready actions can go off now.
No. Bad.
Shot from the short bow.
So it won't be sneak attack, it'll just
Yeah,
be normal.
I didn't expect it to be sneak attack for that one.
And for
Does she only shoot one, or does she shoot the two?
she shoots both.
Last one.
So you don't actually get the additional damage from Crusader's Mantle for Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Because it's not a weapon attack.
I don't know how to take it off for
That's
Eldritch
okay.
Blast.
Just one moment. So it's still barely alive.
She gets the 2 shots, so she's got 1 more.
Yeah, so she can unleash another bolt at it.
Alright, sorry, you'll have to... She misses
But
anyway.
that one misses.
Excellent.
So she'll get it for a weapon, but not Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. It's
No,
class free.
it's just alive as it starts to lurch towards May, who unleashed a vicious blow against the creature. it's got enough movement. Nice. And as it gets near, you feel the freezing cold of this creature and its location in this world seems to emanate a cloud of cold, and it starts to freeze May.
Oh my.
Yeah, but not until she starts her turn. Anyway, so it tries to bite her. Why is it rolling with disadvantage?
Because physics.
Oh, it's saying no, because it's unconscious.
No, physics.
Unconscious.
Unconscious physics.
Okay, so it tries to bite down on May, but it just hits her solid armor and doesn't do anything. Meanwhile, another creature sort of pops out of the snow. This one, a decaying-looking hare that has certainly seen better days. And it starts to gurgle and spit, and it spits out a horrible greenish brown liquid that flies towards May since she's the closest.
I haven't seen this episode of Peter Rabbit. Which way's downhill, boss?
Everywhere is downhill when it comes to Peter Rabbit. Is May doing anything to negate that?
No, she's going to take the rabbit spit because she's busy with the wolf.
Okay, so the spit sort of flies towards you and hits her in the side, and then it oozes with a horrible like an undead necrotic sort of essence and starts melting away at her skin. It's quite painful. Meanwhile, another creature comes out of the snow, and this one races towards Jace. But doesn't manage to attack this turn. And finally, a goat comes out of the snow. Similar to
The goat.
What was a goat doing this far north?
there are mountain goats.
It's a snow goat.
It's a snow goat.
Goatrude.
Oh dear. I think I'm losing the element of fear here.
If the goat kills me, can I play the goat?
What voice would it have?
That would be so annoying that a goat would die very quickly, I'm afraid.
Okay, so this one vomits a necrotic puddle towards you, Jason. It does hit unless you're using something to like shield.
Shield.
Okay.
How quickly does the puddle flow?
How quickly does the puddle flow?
If he's vomiting a necrotic puddle.
It's like vomiting a ball of necrotic essence towards Jace.
Oh,
Jace-
like doTERRA.
Just flinches away from the necrotic puddle, throws up his hand, and he says, "Not on the clothes!" And a magical shield appears between his wardrobe and the attack.
And it's sort of leeches into the shield a little bit and then drips to the ground. You can see the shield is holding firm for now. Okay, and that's right. One more goat.
One more goat.
There's always room for one more goat.
Always.
Is Cinders out at the moment, by the way?
Oh, Cinders is squishing into the backpack as hard as she can possibly go.
Okay,
and
so
then
Cinders
she,
isn't there.
like, pops into the pocket dimension.
Okay, so this one is
That's-
trying to...
Pretty much what happens when little Bindi slaps Cinders.
Oh, natural 20 dropped. This one sort of spits out the same thing, but it lands at your feet, Jace, and does no damage. Azrael, you're up. Surrounded by these horrible decayed corpses of once animals.
This is depressing and dark.
Oh, that's definitely May. Azrael is going to attack this wolf. It's definitely got that one. Because I'd see that it was pretty hurt, wouldn't I?
You could see it's well. I mean, it's a partially decomposed corpse as it is, but it's certainly taken a beating.
Would this be sneak?
Yes. Well, you do get sneak because it's adjacent to Jace.
Boom.
Nice.
29 damage to the wolf with a well-placed arrow.
So you shoot your arrow and it hits its jugular and pierces through, and a lot of the fetid contents of its stomach sort of ooze out at Jace's feet. But it's still standing barely. Okay, so at the top of your turn, Jay.
Okay, Jace is going to
take damage first because
What?
there's an aura of cold around this wolf as well.
what a rotten wolf.
And you stagger under its cold, the essence of cold around you, and the fabulous song that you've been singing sort of dissipates.
That's outrageous. No one interferes with my songs, and he stabs him with a booming blade.
As you stab through the creature, where are you aiming for, by the way?
His left eye.
Left eye. So you send the rapier through its left eye, and it sort of moans in pain, and then it collapses to the ground, and then you hear this quick bubbling as, in its death throes, it explodes in a cold, sort of a cold explosion. We'll see how well you do. You duck out of the way and manage to dodge some of the fetid cold chunks.
Gosh, that's pretty brutal. So you asked where I stabbed him. Does Jace think that maybe there's a spot he could have stabbed the wolf that would not have resulted in that outcome?
You're not sure yet.
Okay, all right.
It's a bit early to tell.
Okay, Jace is going to Jace wants to get a bit closer to his friends, but he doesn't want to walk into the aura of the other chillborn wolf zombie. Does he have a sense for the radius?
It's probably about 5 feet.
Okay. Well, he'll go stand next to Azrael and Reiki.
Okay.
And does anyone need healing? I think people are mostly okay still.
A chillborn zombie needs healing. The wolf zombie needs healing.
We are mostly okay. Mostly.
Bit of acid.
I grab onto my necklace and I walk into the center of these creatures and I say,
By the holy radiant light of Tamaru, be gone.
I try to turn them.
Okay, they make their, was it wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I'll do it here. Dunk.
Boom, boom, boom!
Oh, they all failed terribly. One of them
Donor
almost
answers.
succeeds. Rolled a 17.
Oh,
-2.
So they are turned.
So the turned effect is, again, they
They must move. Okay. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
It also can't take reactions.
Okay, duly noted.
And then after I do that, I say, "Get close to me, guys. They won't enter. They won't get close."
So you can see a bright, radiant light as Wabani holds up the tears of Donaru, and the creatures sort of shy away from the holy image of his chosen god. Another goat comes out of the ground.
It's like somebody's been planting undead goats.
And okay, this one takes a shot at Riki.
Oh, piss off.
It is ineffective. Riki, you're up.
I cast fireball.
Can you show me where you're casting fireball? Or was it just on one creature?
Everywhere.
Just at the goat.
At the one guy.
Oh,
God.
Well, I targeted her and she didn't like it.
You dare spit on Riki?
That's right. That was just rude. Really. I mean, she casts it so it doesn't obviously cast nasturtiums on the rest of her party. But, no. That goat is fried. Poor little dead goatee. Somebody had the gumption to resurrect it and turn it evil, and she particularly takes that badly.
Well, it's not quite dead yet.
It will be.
Are you moving at all?
Yes. I move to here. Back behind the other bigger people.
Big people.
Oh wait, away from the glowing radiant light of Donru.
Well, no. Okay, I'm back. I'm back here. Back.
Retcon
Okay,
that move.
there we are. No, I can move that much. I just second guessed it. There we go. All right.
Wabani, I think she's been into your booze.
Maybe. The Shifty Eyed Pete stuff is cheap, but it's good.
Another one of those chillborn wolf zombies comes out from the ground to the north and moves up to here and tries to take a bite at Azrael.
Oh.
Oh, and that's a hit.
Not my supple purple skin.
And
No.
chomps down hard and
Not just purple, but supple.
chews on your supple purple skin, and you feel it starting to eat away at that said skin.
Be less supple.
Scars are cool.
Scars are not cool. No one likes scars.
Corrosive purple skin.
Chicks think scars are cool.
Gives you character.
Okay, so a bunny hops along as well and tries to vomit on Azrael.
Wait. We've just been
It's got
attacked
teeth
by
like
a
these.
vomiting bunny.
Well, the goats have been vomiting as well.
With beak teeth.
This is like the petting zoo from hell.
Bet
Monty
it misses
Python's
you.
Holy Grail.
Where's the rabbit that takes people's heads off? That's it. We
Yes.
found it. Hooray!
A Vorpal bunny. Okay, so May, you're surrounded by two of these wolves that are emanating this aura, and so she suffers from both of them.
Oh my.
Just one moment.
Is the one on the right, is the aura a reaction, or is it?
It's
just
whenever
there.
you start in the Aurora's turn,
Oh.
you take it. Okay, so she sort of staggers back as the cold around here starts to eat away at her. So what's she doing?
May's going to run over next to a Barney.
Provoking?
Oh yes, provoking.
Okay.
They're scared of no provoking.
They look kind of flanking to me, don't they?
They don't get a reaction.
They
to
look
the
pretty
aura,
flanky.
Is that right?
Only
One
the
of
one
them
does.
does.
Well, one doesn't get a reaction. But,
The other one does.
That's still flanky.
Okay, so one of them bites out at you and hits.
Oh.
Shit.
Hey, May's taking damage this time.
May is getting damaged. Fine. Still got her Hail Mary.
Has May ever been hit by anything in her little life?
No,
Yeah,
no.
she's screaming.
She would be
Aw.
squealing right now.
Poor little May, that's terrible.
Yeah.
She's got PTSD now.
But she's going to shoot one Eldritch Blast at that wolf.
That's right. We can do some like creative art based voodoo dolls in the future for her to help her heal.
Going to shoot one at this one. Was it bitter?
Number one? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you don't want to attack the one that's turned?
Oh, it's going to run.
Damn it.
Damage. And then pull 10 feet towards May.
Ah, nice.
Yes. Provoking many an attack of opportunity.
No, that's not how it works. Force
Wait.
movement doesn't provoke.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Shit.
Yes, it does.
It's only specific spells like, say, for example, Dissonant Whispers that'll do it.
Okay. That's fine. No one's in 5 feet to get damaged by it at least.
But yeah, it's still very useful.
Yeah, I think it's still a really, really cool way to use a spell. And
She still has another one.
does she? She gets 3?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, she's only attacked. Oh, did she miss with
She
the
shot
first
one
Yeah,
at the
she
other one
did.
and missed.
Ah,
yeah.
Fair enough.
That's the end of May's turn.
Okay, number 2. So he's going to move at his movement away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he runs off. And that one is also turn. They certainly don't seem to move as fast as what you would normally associate with these animals, by the way.
Oh, okay. What is like
Because-
their max action dash as well? That's crazy.
Yeah. So that one moves back. Okay, another creature comes out of the ground. This one a little fox, but also quite fetid and has blisters and is oozing out necrotic and cold.
What does the fox say?
It says, I want to shout. I want to shout down at Azrael.
It says purple flesh, yum.
It says no.
No, not my purple flesh. I'm gonna shield.
Oh, are you? Okay.
On my shield.
Alright, so...
I'm taking too much when I press my shield. Oh wait, no, I don't have shield. Never mind. That hurts.
All right.
That hits.
so
I don't
you
have
still
shield.
take the damage.
I take the damage. May has shield. Curse you, brain.
Right, that one is turned as well. So that one runs off there. Azrael.
Bonus action, disengage.
Well,
For what?
before you do that,
Oh yeah. cold
this
damage.
little wolf has the cold damage aura.
It's your
not as strong.
fox.
Okay, now you can disengage.
Bonus action, disengage. Run rest of... Oh, that's dragging the entire map. Safety. As real concerns as safety. stupid goat. Or no, take a shot at the stupid wolf that bit him. It was chewing on his arm, and the fox is hopefully going to get dealt with. Oh my god. Sting. Natural one.
You're still suffering from that cold fatigue that the fox bit down on you, and you feel the cold running through you.
That's Azrael's turn.
Jace, okay, Chillborn Fox. Damage time. Honestly, these auras are sometimes the only way I can damage you guys.
No, you didn't say that.
What's Jace doing?
I think he's going to go with Burning Blade on the Foxy.
That's a hit.
And he follows up with Psychic Blow.
Oh, excellent. So you strike it. Do you strike it this one in the eye?
No. This one, he sort of throws a stick, and the fox spins around to try to catch the stick, and then Jace stabs the fox right up the butt while he's distracted.
You've ended up with a fox kebab.
That's right.
Unfortunately, this one also explodes on both you and Riki.
Oh, that sucks.
But because you violated it, triple explosion.
Anyone want a fox on a
But
stick?
But you know, if you stick an undead fox up its butt and it explodes, you end up laughing, really.
This is true.
Okay, so giblets of this cold sort of rain down on both you, on Riki and Jace. Jace sort of ducks out of the way of most of it, but Riki, you take a face full of both guts and
Giblets.
putrid flesh.
Gloriously and laughing.
You rub it in your hair. No, Riki.
Sure, why
no.
not?
It's not shampoo.
But the proteins, when you break them down, their amino acids are essentially very good for the you know, when you talk about it, she just goes off into a babble about proteins and hair shafts.
And firing fireballs all the while.
I promise she's not turning into a mad professor, honestly.
Jace throws a healing word at Azrael, and yells out, Azrael, in Talison's name, be healed. And I've applied the healing to you, Azrael, but you get to roll a healing surge too.
Tear of joy rolls down Azrael's eye like that Indian ad in America with the littering.
The rubbish one. Oh god.
Yeah. Just one lone tear rolls down his cheek.
Like that Simpsons version where don't turn around.
Yeah. Just from the act of camaraderie and healing Azrael in his weakened state.
Okay, Wabani, what are you doing?
I hold with my tear of Donaru still in the air, with its radiant light still glowing. My other hand, I point it at the wolf that's too close, and I will Sacred Flame it.
It ducks out of the way.
Stupid snow. You're not my friend. And looking about and seeing that Azrael is looking a little bit worse for wear, I throw a healing word at him.
I just healed him.
He's getting extra healed.
I am getting extra healed, so I throw another hit dice. Is that correct?
Yep, correct.
Azrael's fully healed. Another
Maze
tear.
standing there going, looking like half dead, going,
Oh yeah, sorry about that, May.
Okay.
Well, Bunny
goat
sees
time.
Jace.
You were too
yeah,
low on the list. I didn't scroll that far.
Well, Bunny's using Jace healing Azrael in Talzin's name, and he has to say, "No, be healed in
In the
Donnaru's
name of
name."
Donnaru. Cut that out. Donnaru does the healing here.
So, Riki, the goat sort of vomits another ball of vomit towards you.
I use shield if it hits me.
Duck.
It does hit you at the moment.
I use shield.
Okay.
Use it anyway.
All right. So it bounces off the the arcane shield at the last moment, and she manages to avoid it.
I am Magneto. That's a no. Alrighty.
Okay,
So-
Riki, you're up.
Am I? So, who did I fireball last time? Who was undeserving of being fireballed again? These two. Boom. There you go.
Another fireball.
Well, why not? I say.
Wow, they both saved that. That's quite surprising.
They
Yeah.
ran in circles as the fire came towards them,
And
chasing
yet,
their tails.
one of them is dead.
Well, one of them had 3 hit points. So that one explodes.
Don't steal my thunder, DM. I
That
killed
one
it.
explodes. And chunks fly everywhere, but it doesn't hurt anyone.
No, it forms a nice warm hearth. And everyone looks at it and goes, oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
It's cozy.
Putrid green smoke rising from it.
It's cozy. Alright, I'm not sure what else I can do apart from going, over here.
Okay.
I mean, I can move that far too, you know. There we go.
Yes, you can. Okay, the wolf is going to come towards. You attacked it last, didn't you, Azrael?
May. She pulled
No,
it.
I tried to hit it with Sacred Flame, but I missed.
Oh, yeah, but it dodged
Yeah,
that.
Azrael didn't hit it at all. May pulled it towards herself.
By the way, how many of you are required to really attack a single chillborn wolf zombie?
4 whole people! And when it explodes on us, it'll be glorious because we will be victorious!
Whatever we do together.
Yes.
We will all be renowned.
Okay. So the hare
With
lips
teeth
towards
like
the group.
this. With very big teeth.
Es no bueno.
And spits towards you, Jace. But it harmlessly slaps against your armor.
Huele muy mal.
Muy mal.
May, you're up.
Es muy horrible.
Alright.
Sí, muy horrible.
Just gonna move over there.
Provoking again.
Yeah, she's gonna provoke.
Keeps dragging.
Yeah. Well, she's not gonna let it blow up on her friends and herself, considering.
Oh, why not?
But the amino acids!
The
You pay good
amino
money for that in a spa in the cities, I swear.
She'll get as close to Riki as she can. She has like 35 movement. And she's gonna smack it with Eldritch Blast. Last
That's a hit.
damage. And she'll
It's
pull it
still alive.
towards herself.
It's a shame you didn't kill it there.
I know. Before I got the one pull off quickly. Ugh. Ruining all of your plans to explode on her friends.
Oh,
Natural 20!
oh, can I get it to explode larger now that it was a natural 20?
Absolutely. I'm thinking like at least a 50-foot radius, surely.
Like that?
Yeah, that seems fair. That's 105. Perfect.
So describe its demise.
Alright, as May gets next to Riki, seeing her fireball and being really impressed, she shoots out her eldritch energy, not seeing it affect too much, but saving her friends. Then again, just blowing its head up.
It explodes in
Second
a small little crater nearby, but doesn't affect anyone.
That is next turn.
Okay, so that one effectively runs off the map. Uneffectively runs off the map. However, you hear this horrible noise emanate from the ground as this creature comes out and moves towards May. Slowly but surely.
Slightly but surely.
And swipes at her once. And then follows up with a second swipe. But that one misses. That one runs off the map. Sorry?
She get a reaction to that? Being hit? Melee?
Yes, she can if you want. What kind of reaction are you looking at?
Probably something that I should have done earlier, but Eldritch Blast, I guess. Not to
Why
pull it,
would
just
why would Eldritch Blast be a reaction?
because she's got spellcaster thingy where she can use spells. It's a reaction, doesn't she?
I don't. Are you talking about Warcaster?
Yeah, she's got Warcaster.
Yeah, that's only if they provoke.
Okay, never mind. I'm crazy.
Yep, that's okay. Okay, Corrupted Goat disappears. It wanders off the map. And that one wanders off the map as well.
Effectively, you've got a hair and the guy from Scream.
Yep, pretty much. So this creature is sort of an amalgam of all the creatures that you've seen so far. It's a bit larger than the others, still medium size, and it seems to swipe out with a claw, and it's got what goes for a human face at its top, but it's a mixture of bits and pieces to create that sort of Scream-like face.
Has it been sutured together?
You can't tell at this point.
So there's no evidence of active, seamstress evilness. Because that would be the coolest uber bad guy ever, like an evil seamstress.
Sewing things together infinitely.
That's right. They will create a bunny with the head of a fox. It will confound you all.
Alright, Azrael takes his shot at it. Would that be an advantage because it's next to May? Or sneak attack, not an advantage?
It's just sneak attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you guys are rolling well.
Add his trip attack to that one. Sneak attack. This thing is thick. Oh my lord.
What was what's the DC for strength check?
I think it's 16. Yeah, it's 16 strength.
Okay, you don't knock it over.
Oh, I wanted to trip it. It'd be hilarious.
It stands tall
Oh,
with its multiple legs.
Wait, how many legs does it have?
Oh, it's like some sort of horrible beast of at least 4 legs and 3 arms or so.
I like that. Minimum 4 legs. Minimum. That's Azrael's turn.
Jace.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Oh, you've got the hair. Jace is going to go. Try to take out this fella. He rushes in sword drawn, and he's going to try to boom a blade him right in the face.
Okay. So you strike it, and the sword doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought it would.
Okay, I'm going to follow up with Psychic Blade. Who needs healing? Gosh, May's nearly dead.
May is nearly dead.
Okay, May, be healed in Tallison's name.
The chat on May, in the chat, it says "Save May" from May.
And don't forget to do the surge as well.
Solid. Off back. Effectively at half health now.
I walk up a little bit closer towards the white bunny, and still with the tear in the air, I've sent forth sacred flames to the bunny.
Oh, natural 20 save.
A nat 20 save for the little bunny.
For the little bun, it is bouncing around and it's very hard to hit. Or it's just vomiting all over the place.
Que pendejito. And I look over and I'm just like at May, and I'm like, Donaroo shall not be outdone. And I throw a healing word at her too. Shit.
And healing surge.
I think Donaroo was outdone.
Your daughter was outdone by a healing surge.
I run towards Jace to tackle him at such heinous words.
Actually,
That was
technically, Taliesin healed more.
Yeah.
He did. I was hoping for better than 12.
Ricky.
Okay. I'm gonna cast something. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at level 4. Onto that thing that keeps wailing on my little friend May. I don't like it. I don't like what it's doing. I don't like its stance. I think its attitude is all wrong.
Far too many legs.
I think it needs to reconsider where it sits in the world and what it should be doing with its remaining legs. The remaining stance. Alright. So let's cast Magic Missile, kids. At level 4. Which is going to result in a great number of darts.
6.
Thank you, DM. 6 darts. There it goes. Boom. Hang on. Let's see how we go. A 3. A 4. A 5. A 6. I'll be back.
Not bad.
That's pretty much average damage. Actually, it is average damage for that.
Yeah.
I'll move back because as much as I love May, that thing scares the shit out of me. Alright.
Okay. The hare is going to change tactics and vomit on Wabani, considering Wabani continually tries to attack it. So a little blob of... they're all missing.
I lift my foot.
Sad DM. So
Sad.
It vomits towards you, Wabani, but you duck out of the way at the last moment. May, what's May doing?
A is going to cast Staggering Smite. Oh yes. Spell slot. She's going to wail creature. Whoa! Terrible DC.
AC.
AC, sorry, yes. Damage for the flail.
It seems to resist part of it. The flail part.
The flail part.
But the psychic damage seems to do as much damage as you were hoping. And she's following up with a second attack.
Yes, she is, because I always forget that she actually has a second attack. Thank you very much, DM. 18. Damage. Ooh, a solid 1 plus 6.
And it sort of bounces off its sort of thick hide and doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as you were hoping. Is she moving at all?
No, she'll stay in combat with that.
Okay. Alright. It's going to change tack and go after Jace. Wow, with a 27.
Ouch.
And another 27.
Oh,
Ouch.
double 27.
Ouch!
Whoa!
So it slams with one of its arms and sort of rakes across your shoulders, and then it follows up with what could be called its mouth as it bites down on your chest and rips out a large chunk.
Jace is looking really bad. He says, "Oh, that really hurt."
Azrael.
There? Get a little bit of a better shot because I don't want to be trying to shoot through my friends. Then take a cheeky shot. This giant monster that dare not be tripped over.
That's a hit.
Sneak attack?
Yep.
Always like to make sure before I roll because
You
this
hit
is
it.
my bow.
But it's the hide is so thick that it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you'd hoped.
What else can you do with bonus action? Can you take the dodge action? The rogue?
Not as a rogue.
No,
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah. And bonus action hide wouldn't matter. Is there actually this tree here? the
There
tree?
is. It's not a tree. It's just the remnants of a tree. So
Oh,
there's no leaves.
Alright.
There's a bit of a
there's
trunk
nothing.
that's fallen over.
There's nothing I can hide from behind there. Alright, so that ends Azrael's turn.
I mean, if you did a good enough high check, you possibly could.
Oh, would you like me to try and roll it then?
Oh, do you have enough movement to get behind it though?
No. I used 35. So yeah,
okay.
that'll just end my turn then.
Do you actually have 35 movement?
Yes? No! Take 5 away. Sorry. Thank
That's
you,
okay.
DM. My apologies.
I think May does.
Yeah, May's... Yeah, sorry.
Jace.
Jace is thinking pretty hard about maybe exercising the better part of valor. And actually, he decides he is going to. He says, "I've got to take a bit of a breather. Sorry, May, have you got this?" And he takes a disengage action. And he's going to fall back near Riki and then heal himself.
Okay.
Self-care is the most important step in moving forwards.
Thank you.
Apart from fireballs, that's also a good step in self-healing.
Okay, and that's me done. I'll be
Well,
back
Bunny.
in a sec.
Concerned about how poorly my Sacred Flames has been working. I look at the bunny and this other strange looking creature, and I whisper some other words, and I tried to put Bane on top of these two guys. Yay.
That works.
Ooh.
So what, you flick, you cut your finger briefly to create the blood effect? How do you cast the spell?
I was just sitting here. Oh, I think I'm missing an effect to put something on myself as well. 'Cause it's
Concentration.
Concentration, yeah. No, Is the drop of blood a consumable? Is it considered a consumable?
No, it's just it's a non-costed.
So then I
potion.
just use the Tears of Donneru as my focus, and that holding it up, the radiant light still coming out. I'm just like, all right, Sacred Flame, shit, Bunny's too quick. Not Fog Cloud, that's not gonna work. So I'll try Bane. I just kind of throw that out as an accident. Oh, I think it worked. And I look back at Jace and I'm like, ah, hell. Oh no, I can't. Can't. Not now, because that is a spell slot.
You did, yes.
Sorry, Jace. And I move this way to try to get the creatures to leave my friends alone.
Okay. So Ricky's go.
Ricky's go.
I can't hit a fireball that's big enough to hit the corrupted hair and the unidentified creature, can I?
What is it, 20 feet?
Ooh, it looks like I can.
Probably want to put it there though.
Perfect.
That would be amusing and evil at the same time. Well, I won't do that. How do I play with the amazing fantasy grounds so that I can cast that fireball at level 4?
Okay. So make sure you've targeted them both, which you have. Okay, so they take additional 2 damage. So the hare takes 2 more. The hare's already dead.
The hair's already dead.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so it's 1 more damage from the creature.
We don't like bad hair in these parts.
Okay, so this ball of flame sort of explodes outwards and torches the hair into ashes that drift in the wind. The other creature is still present.
It's poetic, really.
Oh,
Boom!
they would have
What's-
shrunk behind her shield for a second, then realizing it was friendly because Riki cast fireballs.
Because that's how Reiki casts. She just points and goes, BOOM!
See,
That's the vocal component.
seeing that Jace is backed off, he's going to use Staggering Smite again. The last spell slot, going for the big swing.
No!
No! And a second swing.
That one hits.
That one hits. Lucky, oh my god. Been sad for me. The big wallop.
Okay. Does it do anything else? Is it just the hit?
It hits, and if it does hit, 8, The creature must make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, it has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and can't take reactions.
So wisdom saving throw, did you say?
Wisdom saving throw. It'll be 16.
It fails.
Woo!
For how long?
Until... Sorry, let me open it up. I think it's just until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So pretty soon.
So disadvantage.
Yeah, that's it. Turn. Advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so it's going to go after Jace, which means it's going to provoke from May. If you want to take a swing at it.
Let's give it. Oh, she doesn't have any spells. I'm like, wait a minute, I have a plan! There's no plan. There's just the big swing from May. Damage.
So it's rolling these with disadvantage?
Yeah, with disadvantage. I actually didn't know that about
So
staggering
many
smite.
buffs.
Yeah.
So many debuffs, actually.
Yeah. She can only do it twice in combat, and usually she saves like her other one for a jump away, but Jace already ran out. So.
Oh, that's still a hit.
That's crazy.
Now are you
that's
around,
so hit.
Namtar?
I am, yes.
Are you using
I-
shield?
I am going to use shield for that one.
Yeah, okay. I was expecting you to. Okay, so it's no longer with disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it's all good because it's the end of its turn. No, that means I can never do anything cool to it.
So it's chasing you at the moment, Jace.
Does seem to be.
Looks
Azrael.
like a tooth that's got some plaque on it.
It's supposed to be a face.
Yeah, if you zoom in, you can see that's a face.
What are you doing,
Question.
Azrael?
It's pretty low. Yes, I'm just going to try and behind May because Azrael's a man. He's scared of no monster. So he's moving further away to prove how manly he is. Before he takes his shot. Natural 20.
Oh, nice. Make sure you
Oh.
put your sneak attack on it first.
Back first.
All right. Describe its demise.
Inspired by the healing that was done earlier by his friends, he pulls back and aims through the back of its head and fires so it comes out the middle where its nose is.
And as you do that, it lets out one remaining wail, and then collapses into its associated body parts. So it just sort of deconstructs in front of your eyes.
Ah!
Can we do an Arcana check on what the hell would want to, copy paste a creature together like that?
Sure.
Got all of us?
No, only one who's proficient in Arcana.
16.
He proficient in Arcana? That's the question. He is proficient in Arcana. 19
Hey.
for May.
Nice roll.
Okay, so Riki and Jace, you don't pick up anything additional on this, but May has heard of whether she read this when she was young or heard whispers of it. That there is an entity that it was more. It's not the collection of body parts. It was more the rotting decay of the creature and the other creatures around that sort of tweaked May's mind. She's heard of a nursery rhyme that has been spoken about before, about something called the mottled one that comes to take disobedient children and they're never seen of again. And it's a creature that revels in pestilence and plague.
What kind of nursery rhymes do they tell in Where May's from?
Terrible ones, obviously. Jesus.
Oh yeah, you know, the zombie that comes and eats the kids.
Yeah. If you don't go to bed, the zombie will come and eat you.
Brush your teeth, or you'll wake up in pieces.
Now, does May say this?
I think May would just be a bit scared of it, maybe, like, remembering that run over to Wabani and just say that she was, like, yeah, she's scared of the monster.
Well, I'll call out, because May is listening. Like, May, if you want to say you want to pass that information on, let me know in the chat, and I'll say that she has.
Oh, you know, she can just ask Riki to burn it.
Okay, no, she says she would pass that information on.
Okay.
Can I get a history check from Wabani, Jace, and Riki, please? Wow, 2-7.
I would just like to register my discontent with constantly being rolling on a disadvantage.
You won't be in this cold environment forever.
But do remember,
thanks.
we're being paid 75 gold a day to be this tired, Riki. 75 gold a day.
Oh, so she just makes out a nice little couch made out of snow and just drifts back and going, oh yeah, I remember. No, I don't. Whatever.
So, Jace, at the mention of the mottled one, something tickles the back of your head, like you've heard that before, but you can't quite place it.
Is it more snow tickling the back of my head?
At the mention of the term the mottled one.
Okay.
Oh dear.
All right. I'll stew on it later.
Okay, so I think this is probably a good point to leave for the night. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you.
I hope you've had a good time. Remember, you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, and Discord, and see the descriptions below. If you want to vote, you can use the voting button below, or join us on the Filthy Pig Discord server. I'll see
Thanks,
everyone
everybody.
later.
See ya.
Bye.